What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Thursday evening? My name is Eric. Welcome to Q2C VR Gamer Live. We are a weekly VR talk show that airs live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, where we broadcast live to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, the multiverse, every fucking where, Todd, we are live. But if you cannot catch us live, Todd, you can always catch us afterwards on your favorite podcast platform. But you know the deal. If you don't catch us live, you can't win. And we got some awesome, cool shit to give away tonight. But before we go any further, let me say hello to my partner from the great Canadian Northwest, where it's so damn cold that he has to wear the largest, the biggest, the hottest hoodie I have ever seen. Todd Jackson. What is going on, Todd? Show these folks this enormous hoodie that you have on. I've never seen anything this big, dude.
Hi diddly ho diddly. I'm doing fantastic. And yes, I have a muumuu on.
Look at this thing. It's a muumuu. I've never seen this. It's a muumuu. You could fit 4 of you inside that thing.
Easily. Yeah. Our good friends at End Dreams sent us each one of these little cities muumuus. I don't know what they are, what they're called, but they're the most comfortable hoodie I have in my whole collection. I love it.
I got this thing in the mail, and I'm like, Todd, this is beautiful. I got this beautiful hoodie from End Dreams and Purple Yonder.
Yeah.
For Little Cities, they sent us these beautiful hoodies, and they're like the softest hoodie you've ever seen.
They are. They're like velvet. Like, it's amazing.
I'm like, holy shit, this thing's like a 6X. Like, I've never seen a hoodie this big before. And I'm looking at, I'm trying, now it's like all in like Swedish or whatever, so I can't tell what the hell it says. I'm looking at the tag, there's no size. So I call Todd. I go, Todd, this thing is like a 6X. What'd they send you? He's like, oh, one size fits all. I said, fits all? Like Andre the Giant all? Like, who the hell are you trying to fit in this thing? Like one size fits all. Like what? All my family? I literally could fit everybody inside this hoodie.
It's enormous, but it's so comfortable. I'm pretty sure my daughter's going to steal it one of these days.
Oh my God, your daughter could steal it and put you and Allie and
she's probably in here with me. I don't know.
What is going on, man? How was your week? Are you decompressed from CES?
No, I've been so busy this week with CES footage and playing VR games, shit I've wanted to play for a while. And I've this week, I've just been forcing myself to jump into some games, and it's been great because a bunch of games that I haven't played in a while, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And then I play it. I'm like, oh my God, this was so much fun.
It sounds like a terrible life, right?
It's a terrible life.
Through and actually play games and make videos.
Yeah, my son's like, I want to do your job for a living. I'm like, well, so does everybody else.
Who doesn't want to be Todd Jackson? I mean,
yeah,
really,
right.
Really. So
yeah,
we had a freaking crazy week, and before we go any further, let's just
chat says that your mic sounds really low, and I can't turn you up anymore, so it's got to be on your side.
I mean, there's nothing on my side, dude. I can't do anything. I'm like as loud as I can go.
On your Go XLR, you're as loud as you can go?
Loud as I can go. All my gauges are up. It's got to be on you.
I can turn you up in Ninja, maybe. Do that.
Yeah, turn me up in Ninja.
You're
Brandon
200%.
says mic sounds fine here to him.
Yeah, you sound fine to me, but
yeah, let me know, guys, if you still think I'm low. Somebody says, Mash, did I spill my coffee on my mic? No. Sounds like I'm in a cave. Why would it sound like I'm in a cave?
Those were from a while ago, those comments, so I think you're better now.
Oh, okay.
Kubo says, sounds fine to me. Oh, Bluebell says cave now again.
Larry Kirk says,
I don't know.
Sound like you're 20 miles away. Guys, just let me know if we've had this issue in the past, so it still sounds low. We've had this issue before, have we not?
With you quiet?
Well, quiet, or it sounds like I'm like, I don't know. Am I robot Eric again?
No, you're definitely not robot Eric.
Okay. Sounds like a PSVR 2 mic. Great. Fantastic. Well, you keep working on trying to figure out what's going on with the mic. I will say, guys, sorry we missed last week. One of the things we've always said is we will never miss a show, even if we have to do like an hour and a half here. And guess what? We missed the show. Completely missed the show. I was basically, I was trying to like get it figured out. We were in Vegas. We were trying to just like get something done, and it just wasn't possible. It wasn't going to happen. I mean, number one, we're exhausted. We're going like crazy trying to get these things done. There was the party of the century that we had to do, and that like completely messed me up for 2 days afterwards because it was just amazing. It was an amazing party, and we were spent afterwards. And It just wasn't going to happen. So we just want to say sorry we missed that show. I don't envision this happening again. Hopefully we'll be pretty much back on track from now on, but it's something we never wanted to do, but it was unavoidable this time. And you're better off because you would have got a truncated kind of like half-ass show, and you're better off doing it this way, I think.
I think so
getting
too.
the full thing. Yeah, I think so, right? It was the right move. Even though I was trying to talk you into it, it was still the right move.
I know, but doing a show just to do it, I think it would have done a disservice. It would have just been a shitty show, and we would have been exhausted. We were so freaking tired that day, man. Oh my God. What a long,
Tired, hungover,
long
you know,
trip.
tired, hungover, same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing. All right, guys, let's get into this right away because we have some cool people I want to talk to. But let's just say hi to the chat real quick because Todd, it's been like 2 weeks, man, since we talked to our community.
I know.
I want to say hi to Alakazam. Says can't wait for Quest 3. That's a good way to start shit, dude. I can't wait for Quest 3 either. Hello, everyone. Says VR Spry Guy. Ryan Holt is here. Chris Oakes. Bluebell is here. We have a Kyle Kitchings 513 sighting. No name in there, Todd, for Kyle Kitchings.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Kyle,
What's
you're
up with
kind of
that?
like half-assing. You're half-assing this, dude. Don't half-ass it. Full-ass it. Give me a name in there with Kyle Kitchings. Let's see. Who else do we got? We have Michelle B, Laggy SE. We have a Techno Glitch sighting. What is up, Glitch? Gem Chick is here. Echo into the Future. Let me move my chat over here because it'll be easier to see. There we go. We got Michelle B. I think I said Echo into the Future. Ryan Brandon. Brandon VR is here. What is going on? Let's see. Lots of talking. We have a Dark Angel sighting. No spam in the kitchen. Nick Thompson. Chris 9989. We have Hendrix Toy. What is up? Bry Cub 2 says he was here from the beginning for the first time ever. Todd, he got to hear the intro music, which is just a kick-ass song, by the way.
Yeah, right.
We have a Chi-Town D sighting, or Chinatown D, however you like to say that one. I prefer the Chinatown D version, but it's either way is out there. PDX VR, Mr. Tasselhoff. What is up, Tass? We have a Riker Coffee sighting. Hey, everyone. I'm new to VR. Bry Cub invited me. Welcome to the community,
Excellent,
man.
excellent.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. And hang out. We got some good shit going down. All right, we have Whiny Witch. Let's see. Who else? Man, there's so many people in here, Todd.
Yeah.
The chat is going nuts. Everybody's talking.
Bluebell, Spry Guy, Awesome Tatum. We got a $5 super chat from Alakazam. Says, I canceled my PSVR 2 pre-order, but since y'all tested it out, should I pre-order it again?
Hell yeah, dude. Why would you cancel it? Check with me first before you do these things.
Alakazam,
that's insane.
Pre-order it right now.
Holy, yeah, get that thing back on there. Pre-order right now. We got Fourth Wall Breaker is here. System Critical. I think I'm going back almost all the way now. Arabella 72. What is up, Arabella? Ashes to Ashes. Larry Kirk. Orland Hooper's here, Todd. What is up with Orland Hooper? We got to get this thing done. We got to get this thing done for Orland because here's the deal. Orland Hooper's jacked, yo.
That was jacked. A good one. I'll go back and I'll cut that out of the video.
Can you cut that? There you go. Yeah. Just cut that one.
But I can't do it right now, so stop asking me.
All right, well, I promise. Chatty is here. Brandon VR, I think I said, yeah. Restream Bot has a Facebook user out there. We have Mind Jive. Let's see. Hussein X, Barryball Man, The Sep, Destiny 11. Man, holy crap. Creeper Betty is here. What is up, Betty? I miss you already, Betty. I spent the
Michelle
whole week
Dillon's
with you.
Here. Oh, Michelle,
already
miss you too.
Betty already. Heck yeah. Awesome Tatum, Michelle Dillon. Holy moly. Everybody's here showing out. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. If I missed you, I apologize. But it's probably Todd or D's fault, not mine for sure.
Yeah, it's probably my fault.
All right, man. Let's get into this, Todd, because I got a couple people here that I really want to talk to. The one, one guy is really cool. The other guy, he's okay. He's just okay. But whenever I can talk to a developer, it gets me ramped up.
Totally.
And then whenever I can talk to a genius, that gets me ramped up too. And we have one of these.
We got
here.
both.
Let's bring him in
one space.
Let's bring him in. Let's introduce.
Unmute yourselves, boys.
Yeah, that's it. Unmute yourselves from the game that is going to be hitting your App Lab store this coming January 31st. Monkey See, Monkey Doo-Doo. Yes, you heard that right. Monkey See, Monkey Doo-Doo. Let me introduce you to the lead developer, George Gonzales from Continuum XR. What is up, George? Thanks for coming, man.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I cannot wait to talk about this game. But before we do, let's talk to the publisher of this game, Clique Games and the CEO, Brandon Egoff. What is up, Brandon? How you doing, man?
Yo, how's it going?
Long
guys?
time no
Thanks
see,
for
Brandon.
back
I
on
haven't
the
seen you in
show.
so long.
I know. It's not like we were just at CES a few days ago.
I know, right? It
Nice to
just
see you
seems
guys.
like,
Thank you.
yeah, hell yeah. And Brandon's he's not a first time member to this show either, Todd. He's been here before.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
you,
actually on the live version.
yeah, like that was the cool one, man. We had actually had a live audience for that one. We had like 30, 40 people hanging out watching, and
That's right. Yeah,
yeah.
that was
Yeah, you and-
inside
it
Dave
was-
and
We're
Buster's.
a lot lower all of a sudden. I don't have
I
to
know,
worry
right?
about being booed in front of a crowd. I can just
I
read the
know.
chat.
That was
Right.
weird, man. I've never done this. Usually I do this in my underwear, man. I had to actually be dressed that day.
Right? My hoodie's so big, I am in my underwear.
Dude, you seriously, you could put you and everybody else in your whole house in underwear and your hoodie. That would be weird, but
That's
you could
be
do it.
weird. That'd be a little weird, yeah.
Oh, too funny. Let's do this though before we get into the game and start talking about Monkey Do, which we're gonna call it Monkey Do from here on out, guys, just because it's easier than me saying Monkey See, Monkey Do every time. We're just gonna call it Monkey Do from this point. Let's do this. Let's show the audience what this game is. Let's run the trailer, get an idea of what this game looks like and what it is before we get into talking about it, so people have an idea. Todd,
Let's do it.
spin that record, or run the video. Whatever. That part, the last part of that video kills
Oh
me. It
my
was like the
God.
one piece of shit throwing go through the air. You hear it splat. I love it. I think. Can I steal this for our new song? We could make this our new because that has to be. Doesn't that have you bopping your head? Like if you weren't bopping your head through that whole thing, I was like, yeah, man.
It's a great song. Like every time we were working on the trailer, every time they sent me a version, I was like, "Is there a video to go along with this?"
Yeah, right.
Oh, it's too damn funny and it's too damn good. And I think that is a good representation of kind of what the game at least looks like. Because to me, the aesthetics are so damn good in this game. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. But before we get now, everybody has had a chance to kind of see what it is. Let's talk a little bit to first, George. Tell us a little bit about yourself, George. Maybe a little bit of backstory of you, and then tell us a little bit about Continuum and how you guys all came together to form Continuum XR.
Yeah. So I'm from Argentina, hence my thick accent. But on Discord, just as FYI, because usually on Discord, everyone's asking who's Cheese Pants. So that's my Discord name, Cheese Pants.
Is there something behind Cheese Pants?
From school. Yeah, someone just Google. Thanks to Google, they Google what's a good nickname for George because they couldn't figure out like.
It wasn't because you like kept cheese in your pants or anything like that.
No, so just Google.
Google told them
we're
a
in the
good
AI
nickname for
generation, so
George
yeah,
was
whatever
Cheese
the.
Pants?
Yeah, I guess someone posted. If you Google it now, you'll probably find someone that
Sure.
posted. I guess some girl had their boyfriend named George, and that's what they called him. And so at people school, like in the university,
Wow.
that's what they found, and so it stuck. And so Cheese Pants, and then I use that for a username because it's easy to take. No one's.
It's a
taking it,
great
so-
name.
Yeah, right. You don't need you usually don't need any numbers behind
Yeah,
that to
I
get your
don't
name in there.
Right.
Yeah, so it's easy username now for
Yes.
everything. So that's
Too funny.
a little bit about that. And so yeah, I like making games, and actually like before graduating, like 3 months before in 2017, VR was like a thing, and I just I loved it and decided to do that, and been doing VR since, on and off, freelancing and working for companies, and it's been fun. I love it. And Continuum is an amazing company. Obviously, from the game, we have free reigns and we can do anything. So Continuum actually got contracted to do another VR game, and that's how the team was formed. They hired David Burnham as game design, and then I jumped on because I knew him, and I was like, okay, if he's on, I worked with him before, and so I knew if he was working on it, then the company has to be solid. And so I jumped on, and then we hired our other developer, Jordan, for it. And then so after that contract was fulfilled, we were like, now that we have a team for VR, what can we do as a company, and how fast can we uh, do something? And so that's what Monkey Doodoo came about. Is just how fast can we do it? We started in June of 2022.
Wow,
Yeah.
That's insane.
that's
That's
crazy.
insane that you're that far, that you've come this far that
Yeah,
fast.
2 developers and like a handful of artists, 3 or 4. Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy. So you guys decided, let's do a game. Let's make a game. How do you come up with
Oh
monkey
yeah.
see, monkey do to like
Who
so
who
let,
who in the room said, "I got an idea. Let's throw shit at each other"?
Well, yeah. We did a session jam, or a jam session, and everyone pitched in ideas from AR to VR, Web3, because we have different departments, and so we did a dinner, pitches, and then we there was all kinds of like I like Kids Next Door, so I thought about food throwing idea that I pitched to a companion, to David, and he pitched it because I wasn't good at the whole public speaking thing. So I was like, you can, if you like that idea, you can pitch it, because I'm not gonna do pitch. But then we did all kinds of pitch, right? Like we had like a Donkey Kong type with like a kind of VR asynchronous game pitch with gorilla and like airplanes. So you had like the VR players, like the gorilla grabbing the other planes from like
Oh,
mobile or PC. So we
that would
had
be
all
cool.
kinds of pitches from asynchronous to VR to AR. And then our CEOs, they're like, well, we can't do these big scope games. And so what's the shortest thing? And they mixed Food Fight, Gorilla. I don't know how they came about, but they came to us and said, okay, can we do Monkeys Throw Poop? And I think someone in the chat mentioned that
Yeah,
about
a couple people were like,
about
"Did you go to the zoo and you just had an epiphany?"
no, no, yeah, I don't know. Like, you'd have to ask the CEOs, but that's how crazy they are, and that's a good thing in gaming.
right, totally
You
is.
have to have open mind, out of the box thinking. But they thought, okay, like, how can we do this? What's good? What's fun in VR? And the previous game we built was Sail, as a pirate game, and you had climbing in there, and people
Excellent
love
game.
I
climbing.
love that game, by the way.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, and so they had climbing, and they love throwing in the sail. I think we have a tomahawk that you throw and it comes back like Thor's hammer. And so people love throwing, climbing, and so we decided, well, monkeys climb and they throw. And I think someone in the chat mentioned about like bananas, eating bananas as a meter, and then like using poop to throw. So that was the initial pitch, is that you would grab bananas
Oh, you'd have to eat them
and
to make
eat
more
them
poop.
to make poop, and then have
Right.
a poop meter and stuff like that.
Oh
But it
my
got,
God, there's so much you
that's
can do
already
here.
getting too
That gets
complicated, right?
complicated though, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, and then you have like it turns into like a shooter, and then you have all these things. Like
People are
we
freaking out
thought
because
of
they don't have
like
any bananas and I
maybe,
got no poop.
yeah, like a jalapeno banana would give you like spicy poop.
Exploding poop.
Yeah, or like diarrhea and all this kind of stuff. But
That better come out
Oh
as a
my God,
patch. Oh my god.
this is gold. We should just go into a room right now and start thinking for Monkey Doo Part 2. I
Yeah.
got all kinds of ideas already.
yeah, but yeah, it would have turned into a shooter, and it would have been tough too. So like, yeah, we
Yeah.
had to, again, we were trying to see what's the simplest thing that 2 people can do developer wise, and like multiplayer already is a heavy toll. So we're like, okay, simple, even though nothing is simple. Um, that was the goal. And so like the first pitch was, okay, how fast can we do it if we have a 3-month period? So it was a 3-month sprint, and then we were gonna say, if people like it, we'll keep going. If not, we'll trash it. So it's 3 months, and that was the idea. So it took a week or two to get a first prototype, and the first thing we prototyped was vines, because we knew we wanted swinging in it. And so we were like, can we do this over the network? Like, is it going to be super laggy in VR? Is it? So we did a few R&D things, and it was just vines in the middle of the air, and you just jump around. And so we started with that, and we realized that first, you don't get nauseous, and two, it wasn't laggy. And so we just kept going, and it just kept going with it.
It's such a cool design story, and if we could just talk for a second like about the draw of the game. So you're going to get obvious comparisons here, and let's just get it out of the way now. You're going to get obvious comparisons to Gorilla Tag because that's what everybody's probably thinking right now. Like, wow, this is Gorilla Tag. But let me say right away, beyond the part where you actually have the mechanic where you can actually pull yourself, like in Gorilla Tag, there's no other Gorilla Tag here for me. Like, I don't see, like, if you get in and play the game, beyond the obvious part that there's monkeys here and that you have a mechanic where you kind of use your arms to move yourself, which is the slowest part of the game, where you really don't want to be anyway. You want to be swinging and climbing. To me, that's the only comparison here. But you are going to see those comparisons to Gorilla Tag, right?
Yeah, yeah, and also just for the book, like the fact that gorillas are not monkeys, so they're primates.
That's
So-
right. You got
so
you tell
even
them.
that's not the same.
George, you tell these people in chat. Tell them that
Yeah.
you guys don't know.
And English is my second language, so if I
And
know
he
that,
knows that. Yeah, right.
Yeah, hell yeah. George, you just called the whole chat dumb.
monkeys.
Actually, I think it was only me that was
The
saying.
other difference I think is our monkeys don't like shiny rocks; they like bananas. So
That's right.
the other
Oh,
difference.
That's right. More appropriate,
yeah,
really.
I would surmise it way simpler is early on when we first started publishing Monkey Do. We originally thought that the best way to approach this would be to hit the audience that likes Gorilla Tag, but as we played the game more and more and as we did more market research, we realized there's not that much overlap outside of that control system. And what's even different about ours is you're not just slamming your hand onto the ground and then pulling, you're actually grabbing because you need to grab onto vines. So you have to hold buttons in this game, which makes it more of a hand management than just throwing yourself super fast. You have to be more strategic with timing. And so that was number one, is like you don't even control it the same way. It's sure the same idea of the physics-based movement, but it's not done in the same way. And the vines, along with lily pads that are around the ground, that when you land on them, bounce
Trampolines.
you up into the air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trampolines.
they're awesome.
It's a
Yeah.
wildly different user experience. As soon as you start playing, it's unlike anything you've ever played. And so outside of it being monkeys, there's really not much there.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
went
if
in.
you-
I went in expecting a Gorilla Tag clone because being a sidekick on SideQuest, we see them all the time. Like there's so many people, and it's exactly Gorilla Tag with a different color monkey. So I was kind of expecting that, but I had so much fun, and I didn't even play against anybody. I was in there by myself, and I was just collecting bananas, flying around, whipping myself into the air. Oh my god, I had so much fun. I'm glad my kids didn't see me.
Yeah, and that's a couple of things that I'll hit on real quick to let people know. Number one, this doesn't look anything like Gorilla Tag.
Nothing at
The
all like Gorilla
aesthetics
Tag.
and the vibrant colors in this game remind me of Donkey Kong Country. Exactly what it reminds me of. And the play style to me is like more Mario Kart than anything else, because you're
Yeah.
like throwing these bananas to knock out the other monkeys, and you're doing way more than Gorilla Tag. There's so much more to do here, which is swinging in the vines, climbing everything, but flinging yourself. The whole idea is you can actually fling yourself super far into the air. If you get the mechanic down correctly,
Yeah.
you really can kind of throw yourself through the air, which is really good because to me, it's a lot faster game even than Gorilla Tag.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting too is as you play the game, there's two modes. There's a casual and a competitive. You play casual if you want to learn the mechanics and kind of have a slower experience, but as soon as you get into competitive, the entire game changes because our game, unlike any other game that has anything to do with any of these mechanics, we punish you for being on the ground. And the way we do that is we have Kyle the crocodile, which is
He's an
super
asshole.
at the bottom. He's an asshole. There's a crocodile that is constantly swimming below you, and the minute you hit the water, heat-seeking missile, he is after you. He will eat you and take, I think, all of the bananas out of you and spew them into the air. So you are instantly punished for spending time on the ground. You are meant to be swinging, you are meant to be running, and you are meant to become a master at these mechanics. And that's something that no other game really incentivizes you to. It's mostly like either running away or hiding in a corner. In our game, you have to be dexterous, you have to be quick, and you have to be logical, because the other core mechanic is the poop. It's not just there for the laughs. It is a core gameplay mechanic. You grab your ass, get poop out, and you throw it at people. And that poop, when it hits another person, is going to pop a banana out of them for you to steal.
And blinds them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
They
It's
get
so
it all
fun to
over their
watch. First of
face.
all,
It's awesome.
It's
Yeah.
so funny watching people in VR like reach back.
Yeah.
It actually works
All
like
right.
that. Like,
So we're into the
Oh my
poop.
God, I'm
Let's-
gonna cry.
We're into the shoot now.
Hey, we're into the poop now, Todd. Let's get fully into the poop. Todd had so much fun, so I set Todd up with the guys set Todd up with with access to the game. It is in closed beta right now, but it will be coming live on January 31st. But it's in closed beta, so we got Todd access to the game. I'm like, Todd, you just have to get in there and trust me, you're gonna have fun.
I was like,
And
okay,
he
fine, I'll
wasn't
do it.
sure. He's like, okay, because he knows Gorilla Tag. His kids play it all the time. He's like, I'll do it. And this is what happens when Todd has fun. Maybe
Oh
too
my
much fun.
god. Okay, I got a short one and a little bit of a longer one.
Okay.
Let's do the longer one. It's like 30 seconds.
The whole poop thing is an absolute riot. The fact that you gave it eyeballs and ear. It's my thumb. Still, it's got teeth, for God's sakes.
And ears.
It's so funny. Oh my god. I'm just throwing poop around. You know. What'd you do today? Nothing. I just threw poop around in a big mushroom. You know, that's what I do. Oh, I just farted. Oh, that was nasty. Pulled out too much poop. I do 2 hands. I can double fist poop. like poop twins.
Did you just make the two poops kiss? You're a little creepy, bro.
Oh my god, I had so much fun in this game.
So
That's a
the
good one.
mechanic that we see here is if
Oh my
you
God, I'm
take
crying.
like 4 or 5 out consecutively poops, your monkey farts.
Yeah, it scared the crap out of me.
Literally.
Literally.
This is
Oh my God. It's a home run game, man.
Seriously, it's just a fun game, but it's like the poop has a little smiley faces, has a little tooth hanging out. But to get serious for a second,
Yeah.
the throwing mechanic for the poop is amazing. You know how many times you play a game in VR and the throwing mechanic sucks? I mean,
Yeah.
go play Contractors.
Like
I mean,
football,
it's gotten better, but they used to have the worst throwing mechanic in the world. And this is Contractors, huge team. They can't get the throwing
Yeah.
mechanic down. You know, they again, they actually just had an update that helped their knife throwing, but even the grenade throwing was terrible for a long time. You guys have nailed the throwing here, and you need to because you really need it to play. But man, it's so good. It's so intuitive.
Thanks. Yeah, and we're still working on the polishing and stuff, so it's a little bit easier. Some aim assist. It's kind of hard in VR, but yeah, that we're still working on it. But yeah, that's one of the main things that we try to focus. Just to go over like the core of the game, just really um, the core mechanics of the games. We wanted people to feel like Tarzan, right? And that was the Vine feeling. But then the other aspect is the game, the sportive type of game, and so
Yeah.
poop is like dribbling, right? Like in basketball and stuff like that. So we wanted to be focused on those main core features. And so yeah, poop throwing is one of the critical features that we've spent time on, and we're still spending time on, and we'll spend time on forever until it'll get better and better.
Yeah, because
I can't wait.
yeah,
Some
and I
people
was
don't
gonna,
realize the poop has has a face. Some people just like
I thought
Just
for
throw
sure
it
it
in
had
the
ears
mechanic,
for a
and then they're
second.
like, "Oh wait, this
Yeah.
thing has it's alive."
that was too funny when it has ears. Oh wait, no, it's just my
Oh, that's
thumb.
just my thumb. My thumb's sticking out of the shit. Yeah. Oh my god.
But yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, at the core, I mean, this game you can play this like in a solo, right? Like by yourself and do like
Yeah.
practice. But really, at its core, this is a huge multiplayer game, right? Like, how many people can you get into a lobby?
Yeah, so the main menu lobby where you kind of do the shopping and customizing your characters, we're planning on having 12 max, and then in the actual game is six player games.
Nice. So it's like
So
it's not
3 on
teams,
3
so
or
it's
I guess
free-for-all.
it's like all
Free-for-all.
free for
Free-for-all.
all. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a free for all for now, and the idea is that when you load up to the game, you're able to make a private lobby as soon as you start the game. So you don't have to join into a lobby with randoms if you have friends. So create a lobby, host a game. You can have up to 12 of your friends in there running 2 games at once if you want, fully loaded, or just 1 game at a time, however you want to do it. And right now, yeah, the game is a free for all. So it's you versus your friends, it's you versus everybody else. And eventually, the main goal for the game eventually is to let everybody make custom game modes to some extent, to whatever availability we have as a development team, so that you can make your own fun out of the game. Make it a little bit
Good
more
idea.
like a platform.
Yeah, I
where you
think
can-
the lobby setup we want to do is kind of like Smash Bros, where you're loading up, you already know who you're gonna play with, but then you can like say, hey, I want to play this map. Let's instead of first to 10 bananas, let's do 100 bananas if we want to go crazy. Or
Yeah.
That's
or
cool. So you
That's a
can
good
or
idea.
customize your
different
you can
modes.
customize your game a little
Yeah,
bit. That would be
turn
cool.
on the croc or turn it off. We have a water current right now that if you're in the water, it pulls you out. And so, yeah, we'll want to introduce different things that people can control.
I could see this
Nice.
as a add-on to your Saturday night live stream there, Masher. Private rooms,
I would do it, man. This
throwing
thing is
shit at
fun as
people.
hell,
That'd
man.
be super fun.
Okay, and here's the deal. I mean, I love games that are fast paced and they're fun that you can play with multiplayer, and you can talk to people and have a good time in, man. And this is one of those games. And here's the best thing about this game, guys. It's free.
It's free.
It's free. It's not $24.99 like another game I'm not going to mention. This game is free. Awesome. So guys, tell us, how are you doing free? How are we doing this?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and there's probably a few other games. The main reason why we're doing free is because this is our first game as Continuum, the VR department. So one of the things we're like, well, what if we did $4.99 or $2.99, even $1, right? Like, it's not the same as free, and so we want exposure, and so we value exposure and people, because these are multiplayer games. They need to be full, right?
Right.
And so
Right.
we don't want to have empty rooms, and so that's why we decided we're gonna go for a free to play with in-app purchases and see.
And in-app purchases in the way that it won't improve game play,
yeah.
but game
That's the
quality.
other.
So like hats and shit like that, right?
Buy like
Kinda like
super
League of
shit
Legends.
and take out everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't buy like an iron shit
Oh,
that just bounces
no.
around the map or something. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I
Good.
mean, right
Unfortunately.
now, technically, visually, some of those are kind of crazy. Like if you have the sombrero hat that's super big, it's kind of hard to see where the player is from the top. So maybe that's like a camouflage.
That could be a little bit of a challenge, I guess.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I don't have the sombrero hat. I need the
There's
sombrero
all
hat.
kinds of crazy cosmetics. Some
Yeah.
break the game. They'll break everyone
They
else.
do. Yeah.
So if you wanted to crash everyone else,
Nice.
you have some legend.
You're not supposed to tell people that, George. George, remember I said you don't have to answer something?
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't have to tell
I didn't
everybody
sign
knows.
any NDA, so.
So the
it-
free to play part of it, like the main point that we want to do is we don't want to be predatory like other games are with free to play. We don't want it to be pay to win. We don't want it to be
Good.
pay to progress. We want it to be you can earn everything that you can pay for, and anytime we do anything that's exclusively paid, it's for like a major event. It's for something that supports a creator or something like that. Otherwise, you can play the game and you can get every item in the game. Might take you a bit, but that's really what we hope is that people will support the game if they like it by buying cosmetics to make themselves look cooler. And if they're just liking the game, just share it with your friends. You never have to spend a penny. And we don't
Love it.
This is the multiplayer way it should be done, because again, you need people, right? So the easiest way to get people in is to make it free, and then make it like, hey guys, if you want it and you like it, come get a hat. Like, look at Fortnite's done this forever, right? It's a
Yeah.
good way to do these things. It gets people motivated to get into the game, and then you're like, man, I want that hat. Or hey, you can buy multiple hats, right? And you put a different one on every day, or you can get different stuff. And I mean, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of cool stuff. Let me just say, there's a ton of people that stopped in the chat real quick, and I wanted to say hi. We had Mash Mama Cool, Stephanie Masher stopped in the chat. How are we doing? Rendered Reality up late tonight, guys.
They
Rendered
are,
Reality is
yep.
here. Wanted to say hi. Our buddy Skiva 007 is here. What is up, Skiva? How you doing, man? We had a Jenna Sequa sighting. She came in a little late, but she is here. What is up, Jenna? Wolveraza and Oliver Raymond. I think that is it. Thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it. So what's the roadmap? So we're gonna launch here just January 31st, right?
Yep.
And then that's gonna come out onto App Lab
Yeah.
and Steam.
and Steam too, right, guys?
Yeah.
So yeah, what's the roadmap for there? I mean, we're gonna be full tilt when this comes out, ready to roll, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna be releasing to App Lab, then Steam. We're trying to get, because everywhere we publish, we have to set up the store, right, for the in-app purchases for that store.
Right.
And then depending on like what Quest wants, if we want to do on the Oculus app, and then also I think arcades, right, Bren?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
we have a lot of stuff we need to do. No pun intended. We have a lot of shit we need to do. For Monkey. Because
Love it.
this game has so many applications. First off, obviously, The Quest is a no-brainer. Has to be on the Quest. That's obvious. App Lab, and hopefully very, very soon, one day onto the official store. I think it's very possible. I think the game will prove itself well enough to end up there. We're going on to Steam, and Steam actually, I believe, has a higher fidelity version of the game, if that's right, George.
Yeah.
It looks much
Yeah.
better on Steam.
Ooh, I gotta
now
try
that you
that.
play on Steam, it looks really nice. And then also to arcade. So every single major VR arcade across the
Shut
world
up.
pretty much is going to have.
That's
Monkey
so
Do in it,
cool.
Yeah.
You can
What
go to
about-
an arcade and throw shit at everybody, man.
What about Pico? What about
And not
Pico?
go to jail.
So if you don't know our background, Clique Games, we were one of the first virtual reality arcades to open in the United States, one of the first 10 to our understanding, Spectrum Virtual Reality Arcade. So before we were a publisher, we ran a brick and mortar arcade for almost 6 years now. So that all of that experience, we were like, of course, whenever we have a game to publish that's perfect for arcades, it needs to be there. Because imagine going to your local virtual reality arcade and taking a birthday party with 6 kids and they're all throwing shit at each other.
I love it.
It sounds like magic. It's magic.
It does.
And no one has to clean it up.
And no one has to clean it up.
Absolutely.
That should be in your commercial for sure.
Yeah.
That stuff.
Yeah,
So-
and I
but
think
that's our
dev-wise,
immediate roadmap.
yeah, and the roadmap, it's up to the players, right? Like, so if we have people
Yes.
joining, and depending on how successful it becomes, then we're gonna spend more money on it, right? And so,
Are you going to other headsets?
That-
Pico?
yeah,
Pico?
so yeah, I think after that, yeah, depending on what the contract is with them, yeah, Pico, Pimax. Even if PlayStation wants it, we'll make a version for
Cool.
PlayStation. You know, like we'll do anyone that will want to do it. A contract.
We're just
but,
excited to get
yeah.
the game into as many hands as possible.
Yeah.
Because so long as everything goes well, that's more players all in the same lobbies.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
yeah,
More
and it's
opportunity.
cross.
That was my next question. So is it
Yeah.
cross-platform? So the
Yeah,
Steam
that's
guys and the Pico
everyone
guys and the
playing with
PlayStation guys can
everyone.
all play together at one
Yeah.
point.
Hell yeah,
as
that's
long as
perfect.
they don't
Brilliant.
have any problems, we
Right.
can make it happen, right?
Right.
We can make it cross-platform. You
Right,
can be in
right.
a cardboard if you wanted to.
That's cool.
Yeah.
As
Hell
long as
yeah,
you have-
Google. Yeah, get the
yeah,
Google
so we have-
Cardboard out.
Yeah, the way we did the back end, we use PlayFab, and so you can create an account on anything, and we're just
That's super cool.
networking
That's the way to do it.
over- Yeah.
So-
People are asking about the controls real quick in chat,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you know, I will say there's a really good tutorial when you get in there. If you want to get in, it kind of teaches you how to pretty much do everything. There is a smooth turn mode. You can actually turn in
Yeah.
your own play space, which is way faster. But if you don't choose to, you can actually smooth turn or snap turn with your control with your and
Or
then
you can turn in real life. Yeah.
right.
That too.
So I have my Pico controller.
Ah, look at you with your Pico controller. Nice.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I guess this is my my backdrop. So right here, this is how you're gonna move. So unlike Gorilla Tag or any other movement-based games, you're not just slamming your hand to the ground and pulling. You're gonna grab with this, and this is gonna hold on to whatever surface you're on, whether you're on a vine, whether you're on a tree, whether you're on the ground, and then you pick your momentum direction and let go, and that's gonna fling you. Then reach around to your butt, pull the trigger, and then let go to throw. Simple
Yep.
as that. That's it.
Yeah, you
and
just,
then you can
just
add
pull the
sound
trigger
if
and
you
grab it, or either over your shoulder or onto your
want.
back.
So long as it's near your waist, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
We made
much.
it pretty forgiving, so you don't have to reach all the way back.
And you can throw the poop like seriously.
I was
far,
reaching.
too. And you can like wing this stuff like almost across
yeah.
the map, man. You can throw it, man.
Yeah,
It's
sometimes you
super
can
cool.
go like from the
Yeah,
back.
yeah, and you can throw it super fast.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
as fast as you can click and grab it, you can just like
Yeah.
speed,
Machine
like,
gun Kelly
oh,
with the
machine
poop.
gun the shit. Yeah, who doesn't want to machine gun the shit?
Yeah.
You know who else
Yeah,
doesn't?
yeah.
Todd?
People do it where you can turn around while you're throwing the
mom!
poop, make it rain.
Make it rain. There you go.
Oh my god, that's the worst rain in the world.
Oh man.
Love it.
Another interesting, just a fun one to throw out there. Something that one of the influencers ran into that I don't know if we have fixed. I don't know if we ever will. Is that if you keep grabbing the vines fast enough, you'll do what you do on a swing, where you can swing yourself over top of the trees.
Oh, and I
you
didn't
can
try
go
that.
Oh, I
from
gotta
the
try that.
vines and flip all the way around.
I don't
That's
think you
cool.
can do that all the way around now, but I think.
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
But you can
somewhat,
try.
but
It's
still
okay.
very
We can.
cool.
You can test. Yeah.
The vines are
mind.
kind of like an overlooked part too, because
Yeah.
the vines
Yeah.
are a super good part of the game, because it's not just kind of flinging yourself from vine to vine. There's momentum to the vines, so as you jump to them,
Yeah.
the momentum will carry you towards another vine or towards a different direction, and it's important. You need to be able to move fast, and like they said, you don't want to be on the ground. You really don't want to be using the kind of hand pull movement, because it's the slowest part of
Right.
the game. I mean, you can fling yourself that way, which is really cool. but really moving through the air and then flinging yourself through the air is the way you want to be moving here.
Yeah, and it feels natural, like horrifically natural. Like you start playing, and within minutes, you've reverted thousands of years of evolution because you're just like, I got it. I know how to do this. It was built into me, and you're flinging yourself across this map. Like I go very, very slow compared to some of the best players. Like I feel like an old man in there. But the people that have got this control system down are wild. You do not want to be in a lobby with some of them because they will cream you.
It is
They're
very much
so
the
fast.
Tarzan effect. Like you are swinging and you find
Yeah.
yourself totally bouncing to the vine when I was playing it.
You guys did Tarzan better than Tarzan. By the
Yeah,
way.
totally.
Well, we wanted, yeah, and that was something interesting about the developing part of it, because at first we had like even more power where you could fling yourself across the map almost, and we decided, we didn't want a superhuman strength. We wanted freedom, right? And so that's what that gives you, right? Like that Tarzan feeling of freedom in the jungle. And so that's the idea of the vines. That's the core mechanic, the vines. The trees and the other stuff is there for when you fall. But the vines are the main thing.
You
there's
guys
no
in
better
you
way.
guys in chat are too funny. Like, there's some stuff in chat I can't even. I don't even want to say. But
Oh boy.
ashes to ashes with the two girls, one cup.
Oh my
Comment. That was pretty
God.
funny.
Yeah, and,
pretty
and
funny.
roadmap, from
We're
the
not adding
development
that.
side,
not
we
adding that.
like game modes and stuff. We do want to add cosmetics and new
Yeah.
maps and new game modes, because right now we're trying to develop the base, the core,
Right.
and depending on the success and the feedback of people, we want to add, because now we can do anything, kind of like Mario Kart or like Crash Bash. I don't know if anyone played Crash Bash on
Yeah.
PlayStation. They have like all these mini games, right? And so now we can do things. It could even be like Squid Games, where people are pitted against each other, but
Ooh,
not
that'd be
killing each
cool.
other. But like you can do anything now.
Yeah.
Once we have the multiplayer, the monkeys, and everything's working right, we can add new game modes.
Super cool.
Amazing. Love
really,
it.
the game
Oh, yeah.
the game depends on the community support.
Yeah.
We're going to push it out there to as many places as possible. We're going to get as many players as we can, but it's up to the communities to show their love and support, bring their friends in, support us through cosmetics, and if they love the game and that's a resounding success from our front, then we're going to keep going. This has got a lot of room to grow, and if everybody sticks with us and gets in early, I think we've got something really, really special here.
It does, and Gorilla Tag's extremely popular, right? I mean, there's no getting around it. It is an extremely popular game, but to me, it's so shallow compared to this game. That's why I think this game really has legs, and it will really take off, and people are going to love it, whether you're younger or older. You think you're going to like this game.
Right.
Michelle B says, "Okay, we need to group for this."
Yeah.
And we do need to group for this, but you can't get access, guys. I'm sorry, not until January 31st. Brandon, can we fix that in any way?
Well, now that you say that, we might be able to. Actually, funny enough, should I maybe tell them how they could do that?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So, guys, everybody that's listening to this awesome podcast, we're going to give you access today, right now, exclusive closed beta access. So if you want to play Monkey Do tonight, here's how you do it. You're going to join our Discord, which I believe they are posting in the chat right now.
Yep.
It
Or
is.
you can go to discord.gg/monkeydovr or something, but that link should be fine. So once you join the Discord, the very topmost member of the Discord is somebody called ModMail. ModMail is our bot that lets the moderators know that you're trying to get a hold of us. So message ModMail. You're going to need to verify your Discord, but it's super simple. Verify your Discord, message ModMail, and just say Q2C Steam or Q2C Meta. So that way we know what headset you got, and we can send you the key instantly. So let us know you're from the podcast, and let us know where you want to play the game. And we will send you a key tonight by midnight EST.
That's
Damn,
awesome.
that's pretty good. I wasn't even going to say you need to do it tonight, but damn, that's pretty good.
Make sure if you guys want to play tonight, you can play tonight.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
dude.
Everybody should, after the podcast, everybody should get in. Do me a favor, guys. Everybody right now, take a second, go click on the Discord, and go join right now. And do it right now. Take a second and do it, because it's that simple and that easy. And I'm watching, so I'll see if you're.
We're going to sit here in absolute silence and stare at our cameras until everybody watching.
Everybody.
Message the mod mail.
Yeah, until 56 people join the Discord server. Yeah.
It's something we were talking about for a while for the podcast, and we thought there's no better way to reward everybody who is interested enough to sit through and hear about the game than to let you have a chance to go play it. Please, we have an entire section in the Discord about feedback and giving us more information about things you want to see, issues you run into, and all of that's so important leading up to January 31st. And of course, if you love the game on January 31st, all of your friends can come in and join you.
Yep, hell yeah, and it's an awesome community over there. You guys have 4,000 strong in your Discord already, and they're all freaking cool people
Wow.
that are like helping the test and helping the beta, doing the beta, and
Yep.
they right now they're all having to like earn their spot into the beta. It's not like everybody just gets access.
Yeah.
So this is
yeah,
kind of
what's-
special.
So previously, if you wanted to get access to our game, you had to reach level 10 in our Discord. And the way you do that is by sending about 2 hours worth of messages, by being really active in the community. And you know what? For all of you watching, I count you as active just by watching this.
Hell
So
yeah.
we're going to forgo your 2-hour requirement. You come on in.
Hell yeah, that's cool, man. It's cool. We're gonna do this. The community we'll actually make a channel. We'll make a Discord channel for Q2C.
Who will? Yeah.
If you want to team up and get in there and hang out, let's do it, man. We can get a whole bunch of people in here and we can chat. We can squad up 3-on-3, have some fun. We'll switch people in and out. It'll be a lot of fun, and you guys can get in early. Come in, hang out with me, Todd, D. You might find Skiva 007 in there. Maybe some VR with Jasmine. Might find some in there.
Yes, we're always in there
Yeah.
testing out stuff too.
Yeah, and Continuum
So-
is super transparent too.
Yeah,
So
we'll answer almost any question.
Yeah, and that's what I absolutely love about you guys. I mean, you're so open with the game. And I was talking to George before, and I'm like, he's like, I'm kind of living my dream. I'm like working on it. I'm making video games for what I do a living. That's why I love what I'm doing, man. And that is what I love hearing from a developer. I want to hear that this isn't just a job. This is something that you're really passionate about doing, and it shows when you make a game. That's just
yeah,
good.
yeah, it's lots of fun. And like I said, the CEOs are the ones that suggested poop throwing, and poop throwing was there from the beginning.
Your
It
CEO's
never
the
was
shit.
that-
That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
He is the
Yeah.
shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome, and yeah, it's very collaborative. It's almost, I mean, if I were to think of like how did the Lego Movie come about, right? Like, I was like, I feel like that's what it was, like just a bunch of friends making a movie. So like, I
Yeah.
think Monkey Doo Doo is just like a bunch of cool people get together and collaborate to make a great game.
And having the opportunity to publish these guys has been an absolute blast. They have been so incredibly helpful. They made our life super easy with the amount of assets and awesome critiques and small things that we asked them to change and bringing it to different platforms and everything. We haven't had a single hiccup. We've been all engines have been at 100% running this, and I'm just so excited to get this game finally launched on the App Lab so that everybody can hop in and play. So everybody tonight who wants to play, I wish you so much fun. You're going to absolutely throw your arms out, so make sure you're ready with ice packs.
Hell yeah, you do, man. This game is active. It's just gonna have you like standing in the middle of your living room, throwing your arms around like crazy. Like when the first time I get in there, when I was done, my arms were like this, like hanging by my waist, like I could barely move.
Yeah.
But you just keep doing it because it's fun and the movement is intuitive. It's like one of those games where it's like easy to pick up. It's a little challenging to master, which is what you
Yeah.
want. If it was super easy from the beginning, you'd be like, oh, that's too, it's gone. But if you couldn't get in and at least have fun with it, then it would be too hard and frustrating. This is the perfect mix.
It's a whole bunch of shits and giggles, is what it is. I got tons of these puns, man.
Todd's got them all night long. Oh my god, too funny. Let's say goodnight to Rendered Reality. Rendered Reality had to take off. He says, later, everyone, have a great night. Getting late for him. Thanks for stopping by. And guys, thanks for stopping by and doing this. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for staying up late with us, and thanks for giving everybody access to this game, man. This is gonna be so cool. I like when we can offer the community who's here hanging out something kind of special, a little bit of early access to a game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's our pleasure. The more people that can help us test, the better it is. So everybody hop on tonight or hop on later this week, and always message us on Discord. We're right at the top of the Discord. You can always chat with us. You can always learn more, and you'll definitely get a ping on Discord when the game goes live if you forget. So thank you again to you guys for having us on. It's been an absolute blast.
Anytime, man. It's been
Yeah,
awesome.
we love having you on. And we'll just say one more thing about Clique Games. We got some other games from Clique too. The guys can go check out real quick too. Let them know what that is too.
Yeah, sure. So Clique Games doesn't just throw shit around all day. So our other
Yeah, but
titles.
do you want to do anything else after that?
No, I don't. This is such a blast. So our other titles. So we have Dragon Fist VR, which you may know. Dragon Fist VR is one of the best kung fu games I think ever made, and especially for VR. It's available on Steam and it's on App Lab. You are totally able to do full body tracking if you're a power user on Steam, and you have B haptics integration across the board on everything else. Live, all kinds of stuff. 40 different characters, tons of levels. If you like martial arts, if you like old school campy kung
Hell
fu
yeah.
movies, it's the perfect game for you.
Over
The other
40
title-
characters,
Over
right?
40 characters. Yeah, all with their special moves. It's
Oh,
wild.
dude, awesome.
And you might also know us from Rogue Ascent, the world's first fully hand-tracked VR shooter. So if you have a Quest 2 and you want to use hand tracking because no other game does, you should get Rogue Ascent.
It's really good.
It's beyond really good. I'm biased, obviously. But I enjoy the game to death. If you like roguelikes, if you like VR, if you like the future of technology, you need to get Rogue Ascent. And finally, Coffin Rot Brewing Co. is the other one that we have. It is a wave shooter where you are in severe debt to the debt collector, and you need to kill a bunch of skeletons trying to get your gold that you are getting from serving undead pirates. So if you like wave-based shooters, if you like a ton of weapons, if you like a really cool, kind of dark and sunken, deep underwater vibe, that's the game for you. But that's Clique Games. We got a bunch of other titles with our Indie Clique program. We're always bringing new games on board. So if anybody watching is trying to make a game, reach out to us as well.
There you go. There it is. There
Love
it
it.
is. But yeah, the big one coming now is Monkey See, Monkey Doo Doo, January 31st. It is on Lap Lab, so you know the deal. Lap Lab, you have to spell it right, guys. Monkey See,
Yeah.
Monkey Doo Doo. If you don't put it in right, you won't be able to find it. Pain in the ass, Lap Lab.
Right. It is.
We'll fix it one day. We'll fix it one day. We just got to keep pushing. Guys, thanks again for coming in. Thanks for staying so long. Appreciate it. George, you're the best, man. Appreciate it. And Brandon, as always, you're welcome here anytime.
Thank you, guys. As always, take it easy, everybody.
Have a good night, guys.
See you later. Dude, that was super fun.
They're so awesome.
I had so much fun. I almost shit myself.
I know, right? I think I did.
I think you did too. You definitely did in that TikTok.
I did,
You were,
yeah.
You were farting. I don't know what was doing.
Oh my god.
Oh man, you sent me that TikTok. Because literally it happened exactly like I said it, guys. I'm not lying or kidding when I do these things. I sent Todd the key. I'm like, Todd, you got to check this game out. We have them coming on. I want you to play it. Here's the key. Go take a look. And Todd's like, okay, I'll go take a look. I'm like, dude, I think you're gonna have fun with it. And literally, I don't know, a couple hours later, he's like, hey, check this TikTok out. He had gone in, played, had so much fun, and then he had already made a TikTok and sent it to me. So, it
was awesome.
You just had a blast, right?
I had so much fun. It totally took me by surprise. I got in there and I was like, oh, this looks way better than the Gorilla Tag. Like, way better. So maybe it's got some promise. And then I did the tutorial and I was like, holy shit. No pun intended. Like, I went, holy crap. Yeah, I was blown away by the tutorial. So then I was like, okay, I got to play a game. So unfortunately, because it's in beta stage, there's not a lot of players at late night in my time zone. So
We need people in there.
there was nobody there to play with. But I still had fun playing by myself.
Well, you know who else likes to play?
Yeah, I was going to say, that didn't sound good.
Absolutely. Oh man, the chat was just entirely too funny. D, what is up, girl? D, you came in right during the shit.
Oh.
Shit.
Hang on. No one can see. No one can hear you. Hang on. You
Okay.
didn't show up on screen. I don't know why. Hang on.
But D is here, everybody. You can't see her, but she is here.
I'm going
And,
fast. I'm working on it fast.
The chat, I'm just saying the chat during that interview, I was trying to I'm listening to George, I'm listening to Brandon, but I'm looking at the chat out of the corner of my eye, and holy shit, it was funny. I wanted to stop every 10 seconds and read some of the chat. You just can't because I don't want to interrupt everybody. But oh my god, the messages were hysterical. They were hysterical, man. But the game is that much fun. The game is that much fun. I mean, and I don't like these games normally. You know me, I'm normally killing these games, or I want to but when if I go into a game, I don't care what. Number one, this game looks amazing, but it doesn't have to be photorealistic graphics for me to have fun. I know everybody thinks that, but if the gameplay is fun, if I can get in there and have something fast paced and a lot of movement, and I can throw poop at people.
There we go,
Oh,
D.
yeah,
now we can
man.
see you.
And there we go.
I don't want to throw poop.
Oh, and then
at
she
D.
disappeared again. Anybody else
Oh,
here?
I do not see her in
I
Discord.
disappeared again.
I can hear you, but I can't see you. Hang on. There we go. Oh, and you disappeared
she's
again.
gone again.
Yeah.
It's ghosty.
It's ghosty. We can hear her though, so that's at least
Well,
something.
you figure that out. I'll
Yeah.
talk to D because it's been a while since we talked to D. D, we missed a show.
Yeah, you guys were out having fun and schmoozing with.
It's Todd's fault. Todd's fault. I wanted to do it. You want to talk me out of it.
Yeah,
There you are.
It's true,
There you
actually.
go.
I did talk him out of it.
You did talk me out of it. It was the right move.
And
He
then
did
I had
talk me
to
out of
then
it.
I had to
It was
talk
the
him
right
off the cliff, and then I had to talk
Oh
him
my
off. The...
Literally, I was like a ball in the corner, man. I was like hugging I was in a fetal position, ready to cry.
That's because you were hungover. Had nothing to do with the
show. Well, I had said we will never miss a show. Consistency.
And then you got
we
drunk.
missed the show. That's what happens. That's what happens
when
when
you
you go to
gotta-
a party and you meet Palmer Lucky.
Right? How cool
Yeah.
was that?
And did you guys have your charcoal pills?
No, what's the
Probably
charcoal
not.
pill do?
I
for
did-
you?
Dude, you take those before you start drinking, and you feel fantastic the next
What?
day.
Is that a thing? Really?
Yeah, they're in my.
Uh-huh.
I leave them in my suitcase,
Charcoal
man.
pills.
What? You didn't tell me
In the
you had
health
charcoal
section.
pills, Todd?
Did you ask D? No,
No,
you didn't.
no.
I didn't know.
Todd
D.
had him and he didn't even say
He
anything
has
to
spent
me.
a night drinking or two.
Todd has? Or you have?
Yes, she knows
How many,
all
how many
the
nights?
hangover cures.
Yeah.
Those are actually good life
That's
skills.
what happens. That's what happens when your friend's parents own a bar when you're growing up.
Oh, right.
Yeah, right?
That'll do it every time.
VR Sprout guy says he blames Alex. Alex may have been, he was definitely there for a few of those. I blame some of the rendered reality guys too.
Yeah, I blame those guys.
I blame Sean and Tyler, by the way. It was too funny. Ernie Witten has stopped in and says Happy New Year, everyone. And we haven't actually had a chance to say that because last time we were on was before New Year, right before New Year. And Happy New Year, everybody. I hope everybody had a great New Year. And I know we all did. So Happy New Year. Assassin 32 said Eric and Todd had a great time hanging with you and everybody else at Player One, and Assassin 32 D was there. Assassin 32 showed up and was at the show. There was a call for help from Kiwi because they had a booth and they needed some people to help with the booth. And Assassin 32 took that call and he went and he came and he did CES. And he came and hung out with us a couple of different nights, right, Todd?
Yeah. At the Losers, I think he was there for that night, and then at Player One. Yep.
We were all winners
I thought I
at the
forgot
Losers
to
Club.
punch out for lunch. I'm like,
Oh no.
no, I
Whoops.
did.
no.
I'm good. No, I'm good.
Okay, good. I don't want to get you in trouble. Oh, Tribe Grey Wolf just showed up in chat.
Oh, there he is. You gonna give him the owl?
He's
Is he
sending
gonna do
me.
it, or-
I did. Oh,
We need a clip.
Yeah.
We need a clip.
Tribe,
of,
send me a
of
clip.
Tribe doing the howl, so we can play it. So Todd can use the Go XLR and play it whenever time Tribe gets in.
after
Orla-
it gets, Orlan's.
After poor Orland Hooper gets his drop finally. Oh man,
Oh my
I need
God.
more drops for people. Like I need one. I need one for like Bluebell.
My Go XLR only has so many buttons.
Or something like that. I don't know. We need something for Bluebell. Like
You
Bluebell,
gotta.
like
It'll
cute, like a
naturally
bluebell?
happen at some point.
yeah, you gotta have because it just
Can't force this stuff,
like
man.
Orland Hooper's Jack just came out, right? I mean, it's
Yeah,
not like I
exactly.
had planned it. It just comes out.
It was in the show notes.
Just like the poop just comes out. Dude, did you see the Todd's TikTok with the farting? And that wasn't, you can't take in-game sounds. That was him actually farting.
Shut up! It was not. But yes, you can't record in-game sounds right now, so I had to add sounds back in after in post. But in my head, in the game, I heard it, and I was like, "Holy crap! I just farted."
Yeah. So we got some people in chat here. We got Creeper Betty, we got Tribe Grey Wolf, we got Skiba 007, we got some cool people here that we got a chance to hang out with last week. And Stephanie Master
Lucky
Ciccarelli is in
guys.
there, and she's in the chat too. And we got a chance to hang out with her. We got a chance to hang out with Todd. We have a new group. Should we tell everybody about the new group and the new hit TV show?
I'm gonna make some media for it first, so not yet. We'll announce it next
No.
week.
Oh, I can't announce it. Okay, we'll announce it later. Now
Yeah.
you got to tease everybody.
Yeah, I'm just teasing you. Yeah,
He doesn't even know about
the
this.
surprise.
But it was very cool. We got to hang out with some people that we hadn't seen in a long time, and we're going to talk some CES right now. It's time to get into it and talk about it. We do want to tease, Todd. We have some games to give away. We're not just giving just the access to Monkey See, Monkey Doo Doo tonight, which I really hope you all took the advantage and went and did that, because we are definitely going to be in there and we're going to be doing this game. So get in there and get access to it. You're going to have almost 20 days of free access before the game comes. So
If you
go ahead and
if
get
you
in
think
there
we
and do
had
that.
fun in an Among Us
Oh, it's way more
closed
fun.
group, this is going to be way more fun than Among Us. in
When
small
I'm throwing
private
shit
groups.
across the map at D,
It's going to be
that's
so
gonna be
much fun.
Hell yeah.
I think it's going to be the other way around.
Probably. She's going to shoot me in the ass like she did in Tarkov. With
I'm
poop.
gonna put the shit back, Mash. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh man, this show is off the
Oh, my
tracks. It's
God.
off the tracks. But yeah, we're going to talk some CES. So we're going to get into it. There's a lot to talk about. Todd has been absolutely killing it with videos this week. I've been a little lax because I've had so much going on work-wise, but I do have some stuff that'll hopefully drop this weekend from some PlayStation stuff. But Todd, let's tell everybody what we're giving away first, and then let's get right into CES. D, we only have D for an hour, and I want to make sure she gets good time in here. Let's go.
All right, so we're giving away a $15 Meta gift card that was donated by Alex Kubakawa,
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Thanks,
which is
Alex.
freaking awesome. So you can buy whatever game you want.
Yeah.
We're also giving
Except
away
for what the bat? That's $25.
Yeah, you won't have enough of that. Yeah, I can't afford that. Little Cities, because they gave me this
You gotta
cool
do
ass
it.
hoodie, so we're giving away a key to Little Cities today.
Hell yeah.
We're giving away a key to Thief VR, which I think I'm going to do some TikToks on because
you know why
it
we're
is
giving
so
away,
much fun.
You know why we're giving away a key to Thief VR?
Why?
Because you stole my heart, bro. You stole my heart.
Oh,
Thanks, buddy. Like, you're awesome. You stole mine too.
Thief VR is pretty cool though. I do like that game.
it's super fun. I saw some TikToks that gave me a whole bunch of creative ideas with using Thief, and like this one guy did 24 hours in someone's house in Thief, and you just have to keep going
Nice.
around hiding in rooms and under beds and stuff. It looked, it
man,
was
I
so
wanna do it.
funny when I saw it. So I might do some quick TikToks with some Thief.
I want to do
VR.
some TikToks of some of my rants. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Is
But
that
yeah,
it? Is that what we got?
I got a bunch of
Anything else?
videos that went out this week.
Oh my god, so many.
It's been so busy. Like fuck, my day job, putting out this stuff. I played so many games. I played that Noir. It's a
Zombie Noir.
Yeah, Zombie Noir. I played that.
Yeah, that's a cool game.
It's really
Yeah,
cool.
we checked that demo out for that at
PAX.
PAX West.
Yeah.
all that time ago. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, so I played a couple hours of that, and it was awesome. Like it was way better than I thought, and better than Met PAX. They've done some improvements. Monkey See, Monkey Doo Doo. Obviously, I played a bunch of that because I couldn't stop. I
know,
played
you
I
can't.
played
Once you're
some
in there, you can't.
World.
Really?
Yeah, I thought
That's
I'd check
an
that
interesting
out,
one.
and it was
Nice.
kind of cool. Yeah, like I found.
Can I ask a question? Did you work at all this week?
Oh, I didn't
You got
sleep
all these
this
videos
week.
out. You played all these games.
I haven't slept yet.
Oh man, yeah. The time thing is killing me. It's only an hour difference for you,
Yeah, no,
but
it's just
it's like 3 hours for me. It's been killing me. The time
Yeah.
difference.
yeah. It's been a long week, but I felt bad because we were gone for a week. So I thought, you know what, I gotta
Catch
step
up.
it up. But Alex,
know.
Eric hasn't put any videos out or nothing. So
I'm working on it. I have some cool stuff coming. I have like a whole bunch of script written for PlayStation VR 2. I got a whole bunch of footage. There's so much footage that we did for that. We
Mhm.
recorded because we kind of split recording a lot of it between myself, who had my camera, Todd had his camera, and then Wes had a camera. I was using my cell phone. Todd was using his big his good Nikon camera, and then Wes had a great camera too. So we have 3 views of like all this stuff. There's so much footage to cut through. But yeah, we'll get some cool stuff out. You've been dropping a ton of good videos. Just doing a really good job with walking through.
yeah,
these
new
videos.
little format that I'm trying. It seems to people are liking the format. So
Yeah, no, it's cool. I think we're going to try and use it more. I'm going to use it on this new PlayStation VR 2 video that we did, and we'll kind of get into it now, guys. Let's get into CES a little bit. Let's get out of the way. Not that I want to just like go right over it, but let's get out of the way the people, the parties, the people, the content creators, the developers, the business people that we met there. Let's kind of get that out of the way because once we start talking about the tech, I want to stay on tech. So like when I say, what was your favorite part of CES? I don't want it to be a personal, my friends thing. I want it to be like a tech thing. So let's just get out of that way and get that out of the way and just say, this was the ultimate. You've been to a couple of shows now this year. I went to every show last year except for the Tokyo Game Show. It was the only show I missed. To me, this CES had the most people in VR and content creators and just amazing cool people and and just not just content creators, but business, developers and
Manufacturers,
business people,
developers. Yeah.
manufacturers, just coming together, and doing this, and being able to go and meet Tribe Grey Wolf, in person for the first time, and his wife Jordan.
Jordan, she's awesome.
Amazing people. I
Tribe's
love Tribe,
okay.
man.
Yeah. His wife's
Yeah,
awesome.
right?
Very
Both awesome. We got to hang out with Creeper Betty again, which
It's always a good time with
there's not many people in this world that are better than Creeper Betty. There's not many,
Yeah.
and they're all right here in this chat. No, I'm only kidding. Betty's better than everybody in the chat. No, I'm just kidding.
There's a compliment in it.
In there somewhere. But seriously, some amazing people. Jay Bratt, we got a chance to meet Jay Bratt for the
Yeah,
first
that was
time ever.
cool.
Jay is super cool. Disco VR, Tatiana Disco VR, got a chance to
Finally meet her in person.
Super cool, right? Some of the other people, who am I missing, Todd? You can
Oh yeah, Tribe got to sleep on my couch. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Hell yeah. We put him up. We got him.
That's right.
Who else am I missing? We got to hang out with Hambone, from V Bunny Go.
Jeff Rayner, of course. Jason Parks from
freaking
Road to
dude.
Entertainment.
How great is Jeff Rayner? I mean, there's a lot of people in chat going, who the heck's Jeff Rayner? But
My God, he
Jeff
is the
Rayner
coolest guy in the world.
He is. He goes to a lot of these shows. He has a company called Mixed Reality or something like that.
Yep, MXT
I think
Reality.
it's like MXT Reality or Mixed Reality. We need to have him on the show one of these times. He's super smart.
We should, and his company does
funny.
such good things for VR and
Oh my God,
the
seriously.
educational sector and kids with autism. And oh my God, he's a great guy.
We had Thrill and Fia at the party, hanging out with us, doing toasts, doing a super cool We Are VR cheer with all these awesome VR people, all together.
Techman
if that
Jew,
didn't,
yeah.
Techman Jew, if that whole toast of all of us, taking doing a toast and, screaming We Are VR, that gave me goosebumps, that whole thing right there. That was pretty amazing. But yeah, the Sean and Tyler from Rendered Reality, we got a chance to meet both of those guys for the first time, and they were a blast to hang out with. Man, like you said, Jason Parks from Road to VR.
He's awesome. Guy to hang out with.
From Road to Entertainment, and
Some new
Ben
guys.
Lang from Road to VR. Yeah, go ahead.
What the heck's that guy's channel? VR Central. He was there.
Yeah, Wise Director.
The Wise Director.
For sure. Yep. Super cool. We got to meet VR Link, Merrick from VR Link,
and
That
his
was super
girlfriend or wife. I can't remember.
Cool. Yeah. It was just
They were
I
awesome.
couldn't even name them all, man. Justin, TikToker, can't remember his full name now, but super cool dude. Had fun, meeting him as well. We missed Short Stacks. Short Stacks was not able to make it, but yeah, I mean, we'll just say real quick to those people, Genghis VR, you put in there. Genghis VR was there. VR with Jasmine, as always.
Adam
just so many
Bombardi.
people. Adam Bombardi, absolutely.
Yeah, it was so cool.
But yeah, if there's anybody we missed, we apologize. Kaz and Cherry, that's right.
And
Steven's got them all.
And all our wives, which was
Yes.
also cool. We all got to meet
ex-
the missuses of all the
Yep,
misters.
Todd's wife, Allison, my wife Stephanie, Alex's wife Brittany, Wes's wife, Michelle, and there's another one too. I didn't even say. We got a chance to meet Wes, the man, Wes Dillon. We got a chance to hang out, meet him. We hung out the entire week long. It was amazing. Wes is super cool. Only thing that's better is his wife Michelle is amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, it was a cool party.
Yes, I met
A
her.
cool time.
I met her last
Yeah, right.
year.
D, you met her.
Oh, that's
for
right.
Sure.
It was the most romantic night of my life. We
On-
got
on the
pizza and
beach?
we ate it on the beach
I remember
under
that.
the stars, listening to the waves. I love it.
I remember
Oh,
that. That was
see?
very cool.
That is.
And Jordan, we can't forget Jordan, of course, in the Wives Club.
No, absolutely, for sure. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. Oh, and we can't forget in the Wives Club, Jasmine's husband, Martin's.
That's
He was
right.
part of the.
He's part of the Wives Club.
D Millen says any female VR types. Of course. Yeah, there was quite a few. Like we said, Adam Bombardi was there.
Yep. Cassie Sherry, Tatiana,
Kaz
Fia.
Cherry, Tatiana. Yep. Genghis VR
Genghis.
was there.
Oh, Wes is in chat. He's like, I am.
Oh my God, we almost forgot Brad. we actually got the
Oh,
chance
yeah.
to hang out with
I hugged. Sadly, it's Bradley. I gave him a
We
hug.
all hugged him. He almost freaked out.
Yep.
We're like, Brad, we're hugging you. Just try and get over it right now. And
Yep.
you know, he showed
He was a good
Like,
sport.
we're like waiting in line. This one, it was a press event. One of the early nights, we're waiting in line, and like we're messaging Brad. We're like, hey, we'll hold you a spot. And all of a sudden, boom, he just pops up under the rope out of nowhere. Like,
Out of
hey,
nowhere.
he comes up. He goes, hey, hi, I'm Brad. I'm like,
Yeah.
Brad, we all know who you are, dude.
It was awesome.
But yeah, we all gave him a huge hug, and you know, so did everybody, and that was a lot of fun hanging out with Brad. And he was super busy, man. He was going live from like
God, he
would
did
just go
so
find
good.
a quiet corner somewhere in the middle of 300,000 people, and be like, yeah, okay, I'll do a little spot right from here, man.
He
It
was so
funny.
professional, man. Every day he was doing videos and live stuff, and he was on top of it.
Yeah, Skiba's still coming in here with some awesome one. Assassin 32 was there, of course. We mentioned
Jose
from
that's
F
right.
Reality. Yeah, we had half of the whole F Reality crew, and Adam Bombati and Jose from F Reality as well.
Yep.
So you know, it was really awesome, man.
Samurai Lawyer was there.
Hell yeah, Samurai Lawyer is an awesome dude. He was there. Like I said, Jason Parks was there. Ashley Riot was there.
Yep.
Aaron and Anthony, the developers from Arcaxer, were there.
Oh yeah, they were cool. Fine to meet those guys in person.
The director, or not the director, I think he was the writer. He wrote. He
Wrote,
didn't write
yeah.
the book. He wrote the screenplay,
Yeah.
and he was the producer of the movie Lawnmower Man. Was at our party, yo.
Yep, it's true.
Freaking Lawnmower
All
Man.
facts.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, that was so cool. Palmer Lucky. We had the president of HTC came to this party that we did. Alvin Wang Grayling, president of HTC, showed up, hung out at our party. We had
CEO of Pimax.
Kyle, CEO of Pimax. Several Pimax people were there hanging out. Ultra Leap.
Pico team.
People from Ultra Leap. Yeah, Pico.
It was crazy.
It was amazing. The event, we had planned for like 150 people, and over 300 people came to this event. It was absolutely epic. I don't know how we pulled it off. It was a lot of hard work on the part of all of us, really. You know, Todd, myself, Alex, Jasmine, and Skiba, and especially Skiba. Skiba put a lot of work into this. You know, and quickly before we finish this up, we'll just thank Upload VR, Impact Reality, who were the main sponsors of the party, and then also Conquest VR, Conquest Pro VR, AM VR, and
Obika.
Who am I missing? Obika. Obika, just like they were like, hey, can we come to the party and
Right at the
you
last
know,
minute, can we be
help
part of this?
sponsor and bring some stuff? And they were, man. They brought their whole team. They had a blast, man. It was so cool. So yeah, I'll just say, you know, thank you. Anybody that's out there is listening or watching later that you were there. Thank you for being a part of that and making that so special for us. We appreciate it. We love all you guys. And God, let's move on. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yep. Okay. Move
We
on.
will be there next year, damn it.
Hell yeah, D. You
Colorado
gotta be
Cure.
there. There you go. Colorado Cure. There you go. All right. So Todd, let's give a key away real quick. Do we have a wheel ready or no?
T-minus 2 minutes.
Okay, so let's do this. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through and we're gonna recap. What we're gonna do is we're gonna talk some tech, and we're gonna talk about some of our things, but we're gonna kind of put them in categories. We're gonna go through what our favorite headset was the show. We're gonna go through our favorite experience. And we're gonna go through like what was our favorite non-VR related tech? What was our favorite haptic? What was the favorite demo we did? What was the sleeper hit? We're going to tell you guys this right now, and we're going to kind of go through them, boom, boom, boom. Instead of us just trying to think, you know, off the top of our head, you know, what was this or what was that? We're going to kind of categorize it. If you have questions and you want something answered that we haven't answered, hit us, man. We'll answer it for you. But I think this is the best way to do this, just because there's so much. I don't want to just spin our wheels with, you know, going in 16 different directions. I think if we stay focused on a couple of different topics and we hit the big ones, then we'll fill in with whatever questions you guys have.
All right.
So
Wheels ready.
all right, let's give away. What do we have? What did you say we had again?
We'll hold the $15 gift card for a little bit later, but let's give away a Thief VR key.
I like it. Thief VR. Let's do it. God, it's been like 2 weeks since we had a wheel. I'm like,
I know,
I'm
right?
like having a little bit of like withdrawal from the wheel, D. You know what I'm saying?
See a wheel or
Indeed, that's what I want. And one of the things I will say, there was so many people that came up to us and said, "Where is D?" You have no idea. They
There-
all want to see D. not gonna
we
say
should
it.
have when I go. I should have like a portable wheel with like guys on it. And somebody can
Excellent
spin.
idea. Portable wheel, like we put it on your
Yep.
back. We like hang it on your back.
It's a backpack.
Yeah, we just spin the wheel on your. I love this. This is a great. Todd, let's get on this.
All right. I'll see what I can do. Rob Perry, congratulations. Thief VR. It's an awesome game.
Hell yeah, Rob Perry. Congratulations, man. Thief VR. Awesome game. It's a lot of fun. Get in there and steal some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then throw it at somebody. And
Yeah.
and monkey see, monkey do. Let's see. Let's talk a couple of things, Todd. Let's get into this. And D, I know you weren't there. You weren't able to like experience some of this stuff. But chime right in if you have questions or if you think you're like,
PSVR
hey,
2. PSVR 2.
well, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there for sure.
How many
All right.
days?
I think we're
41?
under 40 days, 39 days,
30
40 days,
How
39.
many days until February 22nd?
I think it's 39 or 40 days.
41 days.
41. I was
Oh, is it
right.
41.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Guys, tomorrow is Friday the 13th. Is that scary shit or what?
Dude, no.
Friday the 13th.
No.
I might just stay in bed all day.
I wish I could.
We have an
know
interview
who
we're
else
doing
likes to
tomorrow.
stay in
It's
bed
gonna be
all day?
so good.
Oh yeah, we have we're doing a pre-recorded interview tomorrow that will air next week. That you guys are gonna flip for. We shouldn't tell them, right? We should hold it.
Nope, gotta hold it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's hold it. Oh, it's gonna be so
Little
much
tease.
fun, man. This is gonna be huge. So excited to do this one.
It's
This is gonna be one of
it's
my
a content creator, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
And it's the biggest
biggest.
content creator we've ever had by a landslide.
biggest.
It's gonna be awesome.
Huge.
All right, let's get into these CES questions. You got a lot of them here. Woo!
I do. Let's hit them. We'll hit them quick. And like I said, D, if you just have a question about anything or you're curious, say something in there and you can participate in this with us. So let's talk about what our favorite VR or AR headset of the show was. I think everybody's going to want to know this one because there was a lot of VR headsets there that we got to try. Some of them I've already tried before, but a lot of them, most of them, this was your first time trying them. Some I tried for a second time that were better than the first time I tried them. Some I tried a year ago at this same show. So
and hasn't changed since the last time you put it on.
That's a couple things we're gonna get into too. Some of this stuff they're like put out there, like I'm like, guys, this is the same shit I just did last year, and you're not. It looks the same, and it's still not released. Like, what are you guys doing with this stuff? But let's let you go first on this one, Todd. What was your favorite? Not your favorite demo, but let's just say your favorite headset. Like your favorite, the headset where you're like, I need to go pre-order this right now.
See, those are two different. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or just tell us what your favorite, where you think you're like. Just tell
The
us your
HTC Vive XR Elite was definitely the all-around home run for me. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to go buy one, but the fact that it comes apart, it's modular. You can wear it like glasses, use it in your car, use it on an airplane, much easier than a giant headset. You can take the battery part off, plug it into a regular, into a bow battery if you want, or into the plane seat to charge it or to power it while you're playing your game or watching your Netflix video or whatever. Its versatility definitely was the most awe-inspiring. And the fact that it came out of nowhere because nobody really knew it was going to be launched at CES was kind of aids to that, I think. What about you?
Yeah, so I'll talk about the HTC before I answer. And Substatica said I got my pre-order in for HTC Vive, and that was one of the things that you were very much like, you were ready to pre-order. When pre-orders went live, you're like, I'm going to pre-order. But then all of a sudden we found out that we were going to get a demo. So you're like, well, I'll just wait because let me demo it, and then I'll know for sure.
Right.
And then you demoed it, and you were completely blown away, and you still didn't pre-order it.
That's correct.
Tell us about that.
I have a Quest Pro, and it is really not that much better than a Quest Pro. Now, if I didn't have a Quest Pro, this is $500 cheaper, no brainer. I would have bought one. I probably would have pre-ordered it from the demo floor. But it really isn't a whole lot better, other than the fact that it is, I would say, more comfortable. The modular thing is very appealing. The pass-through is much better. Well, I wouldn't say much better. It's better.
It's better. It's definitely better.
It's better, yeah. I could read text in that pass-through, which was good. But having a Quest Pro and then having a Vive sitting here beside it is pointless, I think. at this point.
Well, that's the thing. There's the thing. I mean, if you're going to have two headsets, right, that basically do the same thing, are you going to use like what are you going to use? Like,
Yeah.
because if you're going to if they both
Skiva,
did different
Skiva says
things,
way better.
I know, and I'm going to argue this with it a little bit, but I see what you're saying. If you have a Quest Pro and you paid $1,500 for the Quest Pro, and this thing's $1,000,
Yeah.
and you put this right next
$1,100.
to it, okay, yeah, with tax, $1,100.
No, it's $10.99.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, $1,100. So after you got two headsets here. Now, if two did very, very different things to where you could say, okay, I'm going to do this with this headset, and I'm going to do this with this headset, so I get to use both. Possibly then it would make sense.
Right. If it was
But-
Index 2, then I would have bought one because I would have
Right.
replaced my Index and I'd still have my Quest for standalone. I use the Index 2 for the Steam VR stuff, but that's not what it is. It's a Quest Pro replacement, really, for way less money.
Right. So here's the deal for me. I have killed HTC for years.
Everybody has. Like, they've been
Because
promising
they
shit
have-
for years.
Yeah, because they just haven't come through. They're like always like on the verge of something great, and then they end up falling flat on their face. That is not what the case here. This thing is freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
This is one of the best headsets I have ever seen. The form factor, this thing is so small and so light. If you have seen me show the Vive Flow, this is a smaller version of the Vive Flow with a back strap with a battery in it. That's all it is. It's that small. And the lenses are great. They look fantastic. The pass-through is better. It is super light. And if you're going to use this for PC VR, you can unhook the battery strap off so you just have the arms like the Flow. So you don't even have to have the weight of the battery in the back because you don't
That's
need
right.
it at that point if you're going to play PC VR and you're going to have it plugged into a PC.
And you're going to sit. Like, you couldn't play games with it in glasses mode, but like you couldn't stand up and play a shooter. It'd just fall off your face. But I tried.
No, I think, yeah.
No, I tried. I had it in glasses mode, and it doesn't stay on tight enough. It's perfect for sitting at your computer and playing like a flight stick game or a steering wheel game or with a console.
Kayak VR, I think it would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
fine.
be fine,
I think
be fine.
Anything that's not like
If you're gonna
where
jump
have to
around.
move your head around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a ton of games that you could play this with, no problem. That you could do flat, or you could do without the back strap. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to do pistol whip in this,
No.
or synth rider somewhere you're moving around too much. But kayak, I mean, you could probably even do hubris in this game. I don't see why you're in that like
maybe.
that. I don't
It's
see
not
why you
really a
couldn't.
lot of action. Yeah. Skiva says sell my Quest Pro, and I looked it up to do that, but I'm in Canada. The market here sucks for used shit. Like,
Yeah.
I would lose so much money, it wouldn't be worth it.
The problem is I'm seeing a ton of Quest Pros go on eBay right now. I don't think you'd even be able to get the value for it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now the only issue with Vive is if you're going to use it standalone, the library is not there yet. You know what I mean? It's the Pico issue, but maybe even a little less. It needs library. It needs games.
They have hundreds
now
of games saying that's what they're claiming at launch, but I've looked through the title list, and it's games that everybody already has on their Quest. So it's not like there are hundreds of new games that are only coming to HTC Vive. There's zero of those games, which also makes it hard to swallow when you've already got a Quest Pro. So,
But it's super good. Like,
But it's
I would
great.
recommend this to anybody.
way
Like, if you
more
told
than
me
over a
right
Quest
now-
Pro. No, don't buy a Quest Pro. Buy this for sure.
Absolutely. It's that good.
It's that good.
The mixed reality on this headset is fantastic. Now they were demoing a couple of things with the HTC the HTC Elite XR. So they were demoing. I'm going to hammer it on you right now, Todd. They were demoing Hubris standalone on this headset. It was basically almost a full game. You could do the whole full game, I think.
No,
The
it was
game
a
is
limited
running.
demo according to the
Oh, was it
developer.
limited?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But anyway, the whole first level, anyway, I believe, is part of that. The whole first level, the demo that you would normally do.
Oh,
that
it's
you
8
used to be able
minutes,
to do,
and then it would
yeah,
it would kick you out.
It's the demo you used to do on Steam.
Yeah.
Before they had the demo out, so you can do that whole thing, and it's standalone. Standalone right now, the whole thing is playing standalone, and it looks freaking great, man.
Awesome Tatum says it still uses the same mobile chip though, right? And yes, it is the same XR2 chip as the Quest 2, not
Correct.
as the
If
Quest
you're-
Pro.
Yeah, if you're just like, look, I just want to wait and get the next gen chip, I get it.
Wait.
Then wait.
Yeah.
But if you were one of those people that were like, I want to get the Quest Pro, but it's $1,500, I don't know if I can swing it. then go get this thing, man. Go get this thing. It's that good.
Diopters is a huge bonus. I can't
Huge.
believe Quest Pro didn't come out with diopters. I dialed in my prescription right into the headset, so I didn't have to put my glasses on. It's freaking genius.
Yeah, so diopters is basically you can adjust the lenses to meet your prescription up to a certain point. So if you have a fairly normal prescription where it's not crazy, you can just adjust the lenses to fit your prescription, so you don't have to go get lenses to put lens replacements to put in there. You don't have to wear your glasses in the headset. It's a smart idea, and it really works well.
And unlike the Pico, the facial interface is ridiculously comfortable
The whole
and
thing is
totally
comfortable, yeah.
blacks out. Like totally
Yep.
blacks out.
Yep.
It's a great headset. Like I said, it's my favorite headset of the show. But I just don't see myself buying one because of what I currently have. So
Agreed. Now, D, it wasn't my favorite headset of the show. It was damn good. It was up there. I am going to talk about I do have this in one of my categories later, the XR Elite, but it's not in this category. My favorite headset of the show was the PSVR 2. Guys, PSVR 2 is the shit. And we were saying the other day, I don't know where we were saying it, but we were saying the other day that there was one demo I did that had me so giddy and just talking about it completely for like hours afterwards, to the point where you never go do another demo again, right? Like we do demos and you're like, okay, I don't need to go do that. I did it. I don't need to go do it again. I wanted to do this demo
we
again.
tried every day. Yeah.
I tried to book another demo. The demos were gone in seconds.
Yep.
See, press had first chance to get the demos, and there was only a couple hundred of us press wise. So everybody that was pressed pretty much got the first day got a chance to do the demo. Every day after that, everybody at the show had a chance. You're talking hundreds of thousands of people. The appointments were gone in seconds. You could log in every morning at 8 a.m. and then book an appointment for the day, but they were gone in seconds.
And they booked them
never
in
had a chance to
20-minute blocks, and there's only 8 hours or 10 hours of show floor time.
Right.
And 250,000 people. So
Yeah,
they went so fast.
They had four demo booths doing it, and they were all doing Horizon Call of the Mountain, and it was an amazing experience. Besides a little bit of jank with the tracking, but even my experiences, I didn't really have that much.
I didn't
jank.
have
I
any
know
jank. Yeah.
Wes had
Wes
a ton
had
of jank,
tons. Yeah.
but
Skiva
myself
did
and Todd,
too.
and we went almost in order. Like I think Todd went first, or Wes went first, then Todd, then me. And basically and we kind of went like back to back to back, and
Different booths though. I think you were in booth one,
different
right?
booths,
Yeah.
for sure. I was in booth 1, and I had zero. I had one little tiny spot, and I don't think it was a tracking issue. I just think it was like a little hiccup with the game, and it was just like the bow and arrow just didn't want to stay. Every time I pulled the thing back, it didn't want to stay, and I think it's because I was up too close to the barrel where I grabbed it from.
I think it was clipping to the barrel. Yeah. That's what it looked like
So I
on the
don't think
screen.
it was a tracking issue. I just think it was a positioning issue. But pulling the arrows over my shoulder, which everybody was having a problem with tracking, it wouldn't track it. I never had that issue. I had
No.
a perfect gameplay, and D, it looks beautiful. It is that game is one of the prettiest looking games I've ever seen. And everything I did was an outdoor environment with long draw distances
Miles
that
of long draw. Yeah.
Yeah.
you're like, boggles your mind. How are they making this game look so good? I mean, we're talking like Half-Life Alyx has some amazing scenes in the city, but a lot of that game is inside, and it's easier to do because there's no long draw distances. And you're like, okay, that's how they do it. You know what I mean? And same thing with a lot of games. They do a lot of indoor environments where it's easier to do the graphics.
Or they use weather like clouds and dust and sandstorms
or
to
fog and smoke.
fog to make the stuff disappear as it gets further away. They don't do that in this one. I don't know how they're doing it, but
there's some climbing sequences in this scene where I like stopped in the middle of my demo, and like I'm hanging from the cliff, and I just turn my body and look this way, and I'm looking at this huge waterfall, and the foliage is amazing. You got birds flying everywhere. There's the environment is packed with life, and the colors look so damn good. And then you're in a scene where you're paddling down river, and this freaking robot thing
robot dinosaurs are coming after
goes
you.
underneath your boat, and then your whole boat rocks, and the freaking headset starts to like buzz in your face, and you're like, holy crap, man.
And the robot flies past. This giant robot, like the size of a tank, flies by you, and your whole head rumbles. It was so
The
cool.
haptics are so good, and you can do everything. Like, everybody has kind of seen that scene where you're paddling. It's like the opening scene of the game. You're paddling down this river, and you're kind of sitting there watching and looking at everything because you're like a captive in the boat. And what you can do is this is a perfect time to like touch and do things. So, like, I put my hand with the controller. I took my hand and I put it into the water, and I could feel my hand in the current of the water with the haptics and the controller. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
went.
could
You
you
do this
could
one
stick your
point.
head in, and your head would vibrate.
Yeah, you could put your head right underwater and you would feel it.
It was
There's this
crazy.
one point where you're in the boat and you go under like a big log that's fallen across the river, and there's like ivy that's hanging down. And I kind of like just brushed my hand across it, and there's real movement and real physics to the ivy when you touch it, and you can feel the ivy in the haptics of the controller. I tried to like go through and touch as much as I could of the environment. You know who loves when you touch as much of her environment as you can?
My mom!
She's
She loves
missed
it.
me.
She
She's
loves
missed
it.
us, guys. We were gone for a couple weeks. She missed us. But I came out of this like I was super excited for PlayStation VR. It was tough for me to give this like favorite AR VR headset of the show because everybody knew it was going to be there and everybody kind of knew that it's going to be amazing, right? But in the end of the day, I saw some amazing technology there. I'm still more excited for this headset than anything. And this has only made me more excited for PlayStation VR. This
He
is gonna be
turned
awesome.
into a 12-year-old boy that would not
I did.
stop talking about PlayStation for 2 days. All he
did.
talked about, he's like, "Hey, you know what? You know what I did yesterday? I played on PlayStation VR 2, bitches."
Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah,
Hell
it was
yeah.
ridiculous.
It was so good. This game's going to be so cool too, by the way. It's the demo is a little bit limited. Like some people got different experiences because you had different like proctors that were helping you through the demo, and some were just like kind of like
Nicer than
sticklers to
others.
the rules, right? And they like made you do like
Steve.
Todd and Wes had to go in and do like snap turn, and they couldn't do like veteran mode where you could take all the blinders off and you don't have to have like vignetting and stuff like that.
ugh.
My guy was great. I was like, hey, I'm in VR every day. I do a VR podcast. Can you just take all, put me in veteran mode, and which basically takes all that shit away and then gives you all free movement. You can do whatever you want. So,
I gotta say
Virtual
though, like
Steve is here.
go ahead.
I just want to say, Virtual Steve is here. He just says, I agree, Eric. So many cool high-end headsets at the show, but what content will they have? PS4 2 will have a lot of content, and that's where it's king because a lot of these headsets that we tried have nothing to do with them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, everybody knows that I've been skeptical of PSVR 2. Not skeptical as to what it'll bring. Everybody knows that it's going to be fantastic. Skeptical whether or not it's something I will play because of the cost of game. It's a totally new environment for me. I'm not a console player. I don't own any PlayStation games or, I have a PSVR 1 that I think I used 10 times, and then I got right into PCVR and I never hooked that thing back up again. After playing it, I am ridiculously excited about the fact that I have one of these coming. You have no idea. It is different and better than any VR headset on the market 10 times.
D, you're gonna love it.
It looked it was so good. It was just so freaking good.
41 days, and we are gonna have great
as long
VR.
as Sony, if Sony can deliver it day of.
Oh, I know. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm be like, I don't even know what. Like, I need time off. Like, when does it get coming again?
I got to talk to my boss and get some
February
time off.
22nd.
February. I mean, I'm literally gone the entire month of March.
Oh,
I'm
that's
on the
too
west.
bad.
I'm going to shows. I'll be on the West Coast. The whole month of March, I'm not going to be able to play.
It comes out the
The
end of
original
February.
order said,
February 23rd.
Like delivery between the 22nd and the 28th.
I may have to play until I have to leave in March. Like, do nothing else.
You might just have to take your PlayStation with you.
I might as well. I might as well. Seriously. I am so considering buying this HTC headset, though. It's that good, too. Like, I've been having to talk myself out of it. And here's the thing. I don't have a lot of contacts at HTC. I have a couple, but I don't really have a ton of contacts at HTC.
No.
I haven't been overly nice to them in the past, which is okay. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that because
Yeah,
I give you the truth. So I don't care what I don't ever want to be beholden to anybody to where I feel like I have to tell you something, say something I don't agree with. So I'm 100% fine with, with the way that is, but I am 100% fine with telling you that they have delivered finally on a headset.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking about it, they've done it. They've done it. It's a good headset. It's definitely worth $1,000 or $1,100. But the PlayStation VR 2 is absolutely worth every penny you're going to get. And we know content, like Virtual Steve said, we know content is going to kill for that. And we got an announcement of one new game for PlayStation VR 2. I only heard of one at the show. I didn't hear of any others.
Nope, just one.
Just one. Gran Turismo 7 is coming to PlayStation VR 2 as a launch title. D, exciting?
Yeah, because I just picked that up from GameStop for like $15.
Nice. That's
No,
awesome.
it's a
So
free-
basically you get the VR mode for free.
It's a free VR mode if you already own the game, yeah.
And what I noticed from that thing, the Sony
Press conference?
thing at yes, that's the word I was looking for. When they brought the Bungie guy, that was a Destiny symbol on the wall behind him. So
I'll have to go back and
I
look.
took that, yes.
Could
Oh.
be.
As soon as I saw it, I went all caps in GT stream. I'm like, that's a Destiny symbol. Destiny VR. Destiny VR.
It could be.
Could
I mean,
be.
it was weird because they were showing some
They had
weird
God of
stuff
War guys on the
there.
wall too,
Right.
though.
They
And
were
there
showing
was-
Spider-Man
And Spider-Man.
Last of Us and something else. I don't remember what the other one was, but people were like, why are they showing these three
Ragnarok
games
was on the
here?
wall.
Right.
Yeah, why are
And
they
there
showing
was,
these three games? Be
there
quiet,
was a-
Chatty. Chatty, I don't want to hear it. Stop. Be less chatty, Chatty. I want to hear it.
Beat Saber's
Gosh.
coming to PlayStation VR 2.
Gosh, there was
Well,
only
here, I'll
one
bring
game
up that
announced.
Forgot about that
a
one.
while ago, there was a job posting on Bungie listing Destiny, and
Right, listing
someone
some-
needed VR
Yeah.
experience. It's gonna
I
happen,
hope so.
dude.
I hope so. I hope they hire whoever got fired from Ubisoft because it sounds like Ubisoft is going under. So hopefully they took everybody from
Yeah, right.
Ubisoft so they can fill that. They can fill those voids. But yeah, I mean, if you guys listen back to the PlayStation press conference, like right about in the middle when they announced the games that were coming, the 2 new games, you might be able to hear me go, "What the fuck?" right in the middle of the press conference. I'm like, seriously, Beat Saber? And I swear, I shit you not, right in the middle of it, all of a sudden they say Beat Saber, and it's like 10 seconds later, all my phones start going boom, boom,
bing,
boom,
bing,
boom,
bing.
with everybody messaging me, Mash, Beat Saber, Beat Saber. And I'm like, oh my God,
You did this
Beat
to
Saber.
yourself, dude.
He did, yeah. No sympathy whatsoever.
Beat Saber. Why? Well, I mean, I know why.
Because it's going to bring
Freaking
millions of
cash
people
cow.
to freaking VR. It's a super smart plan.
I do find it one thing interesting. I do find it extremely interesting that this is a meta-owned game now, and so unless they had something in place beforehand with Beat Games that said you will allow us to put this game on our next headset, then that was Meta who gave it to them. So unless they already had a deal in place before Meta bought them with Beat Games that they couldn't get out of,
Yeah.
Meta gave this to PlayStation because they didn't have to, and I didn't think they were going to. Like I thought they were going to say, "This is it. You're not getting Beat Saber on any other headset anymore." And that's not the case. It goes to show you that Meta doesn't care about the exclusives. They want to sell. They want to sell the games. They want to make some money from the games, which makes sense. They paid a ton of money for Beat Games. For them to say, "We're just going to put it on our platforms only," would be short-sighted.
It would be stupid. Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's going to bring tons of players into PlayStation VR 2 when they walk into a Best Buy and there's a PSVR 2 sitting there with a Beat Saber logo on it because everyone knows Beat Saber and they'd be like, "Holy shit, I can play that on my PlayStation." It's a great idea.
Not what I wanted to hear. Like
No,
I'm like,
but it's smart.
he was like, we have 2 new games coming to PlayStation VR 2, and I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be it. Destiny and GT7. There it is. D.
That would have been good.
It was there, D. It was there. All he had to do was say it, and he said
Yeah.
Beat Saber. Could have been worse. He
Could have been
said
worse.
what
Could have
the
been
bat.
worse. All
He
right.
could have said what the bat. All right, let's move on, Todd. Tell me, what was your overall favorite experience of the show? Now it doesn't have to be a demo. It could be anything, but it can't be like, again, it can't be party or personal or anything like that.
So this is where I saved Sony because that was my favorite experience, to go into that little booth and to be able, be the elite people, because not very many people at the show got to do it. That was awesome. And I had so much fun. It was so good. And to hear the comments from the guy that was standing beside me, he's like, "Holy shit, I've never seen anybody do that." Or
You know, right?
I found a lock and a key, so I put them together and I unlocked the key, and it unlocked in my hand, and you felt haptics when the lock popped. And the guy's like, "I didn't even know you could do that."
You could
I
touch
was like,
mean,
"Oh yeah, I'm not new to VR, buddy."
There was you could touch everything. I've never seen. I'm not going to say never, but there's very rarely do you see a game where you can manipulate every object. At one point, you go into this little hut, and on the table is a basket of fruit, and you can grab every piece of fruit is out of there. And I grabbed a piece of fruit in one hand, and there was like the top of the basket in the other, and I was kind of holding it like this, and I threw the fruit up in the air, and I caught it with the basket. I mean, and then
The
I threw
physics were great.
then I with the basket in one hand and the fruit on top of it, I kind of like did this, and the fruit flew up in the air off the basket, and I caught it back with the basket again. Or I did that, and I caught it in my hand. Like I felt like I could juggle almost.
Yeah.
You know what I
He
mean?
was gonna
That's how
juggle, but he
good it
was nervous because everybody was watching him.
Everybody there was like 100,000 people watching. But yeah, I mean the physics were so good. I mean they've done an excellent job with it. Everybody is going to love this game.
Yeah.
There's not many people I can see out there going, that game's no good.
That system, let alone the game. But my
Austin
overall
Tatum
favorite.
says, I'm glad Eric and Todd didn't get caught getting stuck with Steve. Actually, I think Todd didn't you get stuck with Steve?
I did get stuck with Steve. Yeah,
I had a different guy.
Wes and I got
'cause-
stuck with Steve.
So there was actually if you either finished fast enough or you had a cool guy or you had a cool guy and you asked for it, you could battle the end boss, which is a huge dinosaur. It's like one of the biggest ones that you
It's
see. Like if you think
huge.
of these huge things, you can actually battle him. They weren't doing this demo for everybody. Like
I think
all
Tribe's
of
the
us,
only
I
one who
think
got it.
Tribe got a chance to do it.
Yeah.
And I went last out of Todd and Wes. So I'd kind of heard from these guys that they did that. So I went to my guy, and after I had asked him, like, take all the other stuff off. I don't need vignetting and stuff. And then I got to the end of the thing, and he was ready to take it off, and I go, hey, I heard that there's another boss. Like I said, can I battle him real quick? And he's like, oh yeah, I guess you could do that. And he put me in there, and I got in, and I started battling the boss, and I'm shooting the bow and the arrow at him, and the freaking thing freezes, man. It
The whole
freezes and
PlayStation
crashes.
crashed.
And I'm like, no, I had it. I was gonna do it, D, and it crashed.
Emotional damage.
Yeah,
Seriously,
exactly.
serious emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Hell yeah. But
So
was
it's a toss
good,
up for
man.
me between PlayStation VR 2 experience and the haptics experience I had when I got to put on the backpack, the Ghostbuster thing, and do the blimp tour. That was also blow my mind awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for me that was my favorite experience because they did have the haptics demo that you and Wes did, and pretty much everybody at the show did, which is basically the basic demo. You're gonna need to do a couple of the demos. There was 6 people invited to haptics to do.
You
for
think
the
you're
whole
better than me?
Yeah, well, I do for this one. There was 6 people invited for the whole entire show to come and do a special demo of playing Jenga in VR with these haptics gloves on.
Competitive
And
Jenga.
myself and
Jenga.
Skiva went up against each other in competitive Jenga with in VR with these haptic gloves, using your hands to like pull pieces of the Jenga, thing out. And like it was so cool. That what happens is at a set time of the day, me and Skiva go over there, and there's hundreds of people, in this booth, and because they're doing demos, right, for people. They clear the entire place out, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we have a special thing. You got to step aside." So all these people are watching, and oh, here come me and Skiva. We're like, "Okay, we're ready, guys." And they put us in the rig. They get us all set up. Everybody can watch on screen and see us in there, and it's just so cool, man. Betty got a chance to come and hang out with us, and she filmed a lot of us when we were doing it. It was so cool. And me and Skiva competitively played Jenga, and the haptics. Todd can talk a little bit about the haptics of these gloves. They are so precise and so good that it's like you're playing Jenga, and it's like, seriously, I mean, it feels like you're really, really playing Jenga. You can like feather the pieces out. Like you can just kind of like brush it with your finger, and just kind of brush against the piece to pull it out. You can't do, I mean, how are you doing that? It's crazy with these amazing haptic gloves. But Todd, what did you think of your demo with that?
It was
Like,
crazy.
what did you do?
So
You did the different demo, right?
So the gloves have like 135 sensors along this part of your hand, your first finger and thumb, and then another pad along the other fingers, and then one giant one down the middle of your palm. And so there's like, I think 300 per hand or something like that, 388 or something like that. And it's air. So I'm wearing a backpack with a compressor in it, hooked up to another giant ass compressor, hooked up to a laptop. Like the whole setup is extremely convoluted. That's the only drawback.
Yeah, and I think it's like $10,000.
And the price.
by the way. yeah. Virtual CES is how much are the gloves? It's about 10,000.
They're about 10 grand. Yeah.
Yeah, they are not. You're not going to be going and like playing like Beat Saber with these gloves. On.
No.
Oh, come on. That's got to be amazing.
But they put you
that's
into
so much
this
fun.
blimp experience where you're the blimp captain and shit's going wrong in your blimp, and you have to fix the blimp while you're flying around without crashing the blimp.
Can you throw shit at the blimp?
You can throw shit off the blimp. So you open up this little cabinet and you can feel it like bouncing as you go up with the lid. There's a cat in there. You can pet the cat and you can feel the bones of its head and its back as
So
your pet.
cool.
It is so weird. You can flip in switches and buttons and levers and like, anything you did, you felt it. Doors and cranking with and on the back of the gloves, on the fingers, there's wires attached that run into a big puck that sits on your wrist, and they're feedback, like force feedback pulleys, really. So when you're pulling on something like a socket wrench, as the socket gets tighter, it's pulling your fingers apart, so it feels like you've actually tightened the bolt. So when you ratchet it 3 times, now you can't move your hand anymore because it's tight. It was such an odd feeling.
Yeah. Let me answer a couple things in chat here. Baxorn VR was asking about Monkey Doodoo, and he said it's too hard to get to level 10 to get into the game because only level 10 in the Discord can get to get the game. But if you're here tonight, which you are, all you have to do is go into the Discord and go to the
Message
the
mod mail.
mod. Yeah, the mail mod on the top right of the Discord. You'll see it. It's the top right corner. The top name says mail mod. Just click on that and click and type Q2C, and then whatever whether you want it on Steam or you want it on Quest, just type Q2C and then Steam or Quest, either one, and then you'll automatically get access to the game, and you will have access for the entire time until the game releases. So
it's not an automatic thing. Brandon has to actually reply and send you a key. So if it doesn't happen instantly, just give him a minute. I know some people like Ryan Brandon's in chat, and he said he's already got his key because he did it a few minutes ago. So he's actively doing it right now.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Destiny 11 says, "How did you get the name Q2C?"
Wow.
An interesting thing. So I was out in upstate New York, and there was these kids in this barn trapped, and it was on fire.
What?
And, I had to save them. I had to save them from the burning barn. It was very brave on my behalf, and I just yelled Q2C.
Bullshit.
It was like
I'm calling
it was like
bullshit.
my call to action. You know what I'm saying?
Destiny is bullshit.
Oh man, it is not anymore. The Quest 2 community. We are all VR. We are all VR.
We are all VR.
All VR. But yes, it was based off of the Quest 2 community, which still is there as the Quest 2 community, but we have moved on to...
that is our Facebook group. Yes.
It is, but we've moved on to cover all things. So basically Q2C just means Todd, Eric, and D. That's all it is.
Yep.
All right, where are we here now?
Favorite new tech, not VR related?
That's a good one. Who came up with that question?
Me.
That's excellent. You should answer that first thing because I have no idea what I'm going to say here.
I'm not VR related.
Not VR related. That's excellent.
I didn't have a lot of time to see not VR related.
I was going to
things.
say we weren't able to see because there's so much crap here to see. I mean, literally, we could have used another 3 days just to see some other cool shit. But there was so much VR and AR stuff.
The new LG TVs are pretty cool. The new LG fridge is pretty cool. You can change the colors of the doors to match the color palette of your house, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I'm gonna agree with you on the LG thing. The coolest thing I saw was that LG tunnel.
That was cool. Their new panels are ridiculous. Yeah,
they had a tunnel of panels basically. So they had this huge booth, and it was probably, I don't know, the entrance to it was probably 50 feet long, Todd, maybe more.
Oh, more
and
than that, yeah.
It was basically a tunnel of panels, and they had these amazing displays of volcanic rock or water going down a waterfall, and they were all in sequence. And I have video. I'll probably try and put some stuff up. I have some video and some pictures of it, but it was so we had to stop. We stopped.
He's got to go. He's got to go.
D, don't go.
Oh, did we talk too
Dude,
much?
if
Man,
you
we
wanna-
talked so damn
You
much.
want to give me a salary, dude? I'd be
Tell
more than
Flo.
happy to.
You don't
spend-
get a salary until I get a salary.
There you go. Then
Hey, and you
knock
ain't get
it
a
out.
salary till I stop losing money.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm in going the other way.
Yeah. But yeah, D's got to go.
We
back
love
to
you,
work.
D.
We love it. Thank you for
thanks
coming
for
by.
hanging with us. We appreciate it, and we'll do it again next week.
And we'll
Yeah,
do some
next
more
week. If
wheel
you're
spinning
still
later.
Talking in 45 minutes, I'll come back.
There you go.
We
might be.
probably will be.
Very-
Yeah.
Very well might be.
All right.
right.
See you later.
All right. Say goodbye to D, everybody. We'll miss you. All right. Awesome Tistons. I want the LG like 95-inch TV. There was some cool TVs, man. They have a ton of but Wes is in chat. He's like, yeah, we saw like 10%. Seriously.
Yeah.
That's what and there was so many more people this year, and that's what I'll say too about CES. When I went in 2022, it was just after COVID was really starting to get better. Like things were starting to get better, but things weren't open yet, really. So, like when I went, you still had to wear a mask. You had to be vaccinated, or they wouldn't even let you in. A lot of times, you couldn't even travel without vaccination back then. So, right before the show, Meta pulled out, Apple pulled out, some huge HTC pulled out, some huge companies pulled out of CES. You know who hates it when you pull out, Todd?
My mom!
Yeah, she does. She hates it when Meta
Hates
pulls
it
out.
when Meta pulls out.
But yeah, it was like I think there was like 50,000 people in 2022. Okay, and that was my first show, so I'm like, okay, this is kind of like what it is normally. And I thought there was a lot of people back then, but we went this
Boy,
year,
were you wrong.
dude. Everything is open. I mean, we're talking 250, 300,000 people.
Yeah.
And what happens is it's so huge that it takes up more than just the convention center. There's actually 3 different convention centers that you have on the strip that you have to travel to by like either bus or shuttle or cab or Uber, and there's a million people out there trying to travel doing the same thing, so it takes you forever just to go somewhere. So you're trying to jump back and forth from like the Venetian to the Las Vegas Convention Center to the Aria, and then you could
To the
then you had
Wynn.
private you had private hotels like where HTC was doing their demo, and where this what was the name of the Hollow Ride was doing their demo was at the Wynn, which is at a completely different spot, and you had to get there, and it was taking you 45 minutes to travel between places. So Wes is right that we probably saw 10, maybe 15% of whatever, but we did see pretty much everything there was to do with what we do.
Yeah.
Which is the main thing.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
definitely don't
I don't
regret
even
not
know.
seeing something. So
I'm going to say LG on that one. Your favorite haptic related
it's a
thing. Was it the
toss up for
haptics,
me
or-
because hang on one sec.
So I don't. Oh, he's too hot. I said I don't think. So Todd, I don't think Todd got a chance to do the OWO. That was one of the only demos I wish you had a chance to do. Was the OWO vest.
I didn't do the OO vest, but I
Yeah,
did do
you-
a really secret B haptics thing.
I was gonna
and,
say, look at you, and you got a shirt out of it too.
and I
Look
got
at
a
you.
shirt out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so
which
I
I
think
really
like when we went on to do something else, Todd had an invite from B Haptics to go into the private area of their booth to look at some cool new stuff that they have.
Yeah, so they took me into their booth. They had a closed door room right in the middle of the convention center, right in their booth. So they took me in there and showed me the new set of haptic gloves that are coming out, which I got to test, along with an X40 haptics vest, which I have on the wall, and also another piece of tech that I don't think I'm allowed to talk about. I didn't have to sign anything, but I don't know if it's available. It's coming in July. I can tell you that. There's something new from B Haptics coming. It's very cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Let's just I think other people have put it out there, but let's for
Yeah,
us.
I don't want to piss anybody
Not-
off, so
Yeah, let's not. We don't want to do that. We'll just say there's some cool shit coming
Yeah.
from B Haptics.
Very cool.
They're not going anywhere, guys. B Haptics they're still going to be a force, and they've got some cool new shit coming.
they have partnered. Well, not really partnered, but they've joined forces with HTC, so the new headset will have B Haptic support as well.
That's amazing.
They are
that's
in
amazing.
negotiations with Pico. I know that, and that didn't seem like a secret, so I'm telling you that it'll be.
Yeah. At one point, we were coming out of to go do something else, and the B Haptics people were coming from a meeting at Pico.
Yeah.
So. Good
And
things
then
coming.
there's also which I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you this part either.
Skiba says haptic sex toy was his favorite part of the show.
Yeah, and Skiva got to test it live on the show floor, which was amazing.
Oh right, so was he riding that whole thing?
No,
That whole-
Genghis did though. I think Genghis did something with the haptic toy.
Yeah, that was weird, man. They had a whole booth of haptic sex. They have like sex toys.
It was
Weird.
crazy. It is the porn awards at the same time as CES, so you never know.
Yeah, this was like the perfect storm. We have CES, the porn awards, and then Sunday or Saturday, which is one of the busiest days, they have the freaking Raiders game.
Yeah.
You know, NFL football game. And the stadium is right in the middle of all this. You know,
And
everything
it's
is right here.
finals, so it was a big game.
Yeah, it was playoffs. Yeah, it was
Playoffs,
huge.
yeah.
So
Kansas
it was
City.
absolute craziness.
So what about you? What's your favorite haptic related, or is it still the haptX?
I'm not. haptX was amazing, but I have done it before, so I'll kind of say I'll skip that and not say haptX, and I'll say something different. The OVR new haptic smell sensor.
Oh yeah.
was freaking amazing.
Is that
dude.
really haptic? I guess it's haptic.
Oh sure.
Doesn't really
I mean,
vibrate, but
it's a sense.
it's a
No,
fourth
no,
sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Haptics doesn't have to be vibration. Haptics can be anything that will immerse you in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
experience.
I forgot about that.
And,
That's cool.
And this absolutely immerses you in the experience because, man, I've tried like different smell devices before, and the biggest thing with them normally is they're huge and bulky, which this one is not, and it's the transition between smells that is hard for them to do. And what happens is once you get the first smell in there, especially if it's a strong smell, you try and transition to the next smell, and it doesn't go away the first smell, so you kind of start getting a mix of different smells, which is not what you want. Like you want to be able to distinctively smell exactly what they're trying to get you to smell. And this one, I don't know how they did it, Todd, but they dissipated the older smell so fast before you, and they were transitioning pretty fast
Yep.
between these smells, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. Like in the demo, you're in front of a fire pit with the VR headset on and the little
my favorite
sensey
one.
thing. As you got closer, it got more fiery, charcoaly, burnt wood smell. As you backed up,
Right.
it got less and less and less. And if you turned, it went away. Like I don't know how they do it. Like it was awesome. And
Yeah,
they have
Wes says Ultra Leap midair haptics was pretty cool too.
Oh yeah, that was cool too. There's so many cool things there, man.
There is.
But they're coming out with version 2 of the haptic thing. The version 1 attaches to your headset, your Quest or whatever.
Right. And they were
mainly the
showing it on, I
Quest.
think they were showing it on a Pico. They had it attached to a Pico 3.
3, yeah. The new one sits on your head like one of those old school, you see your used car salesman with
Yeah,
the
like-
cell phone thing on his head.
And you have like a little thing that kind of like almost goes up your. It doesn't go up your nose, but
No.
it sits like right in front of your nose.
Yeah, so we had a prototype. You'll see some footage of it, probably in one of the videos I did, probably in one of the videos you're going to do. And it definitely looks like an alpha, like it's pretty ginormous. But that one, you don't need a headset. You use a cell phone, and you create movies, videos, audio, whatever you want, and you can put your scents inside that video. So if you're driving in a car, you can make dirt smell, and the car catches on fire, now it's burning oil smell, and you put it wherever the hell you want, and they hit play, and then as the movie plays, the scent comes through this thing in your face. It was cool as shit.
Hell yeah, man. Tribe Grey Wolf says he loves his haptic vest. He wants to feel you throw doo-doo at me.
I didn't ask him. Did this have haptics?
It has. There is haptic support.
Oh, it's even better.
Haptic doo-doo, baby.
Oh my
Haptic doo-doo.
god, that's awesome.
100%, man. 100%. It was super cool. Yeah, the OVR was amazing.
That
They're
was very
actually
cool.
right near me, Todd. They live.
should go see 'em,
Their
yeah.
offices are probably like a couple hours from here, and I might. They kind of invited me down to see their facility and kind of do a little bit more deeper demo, and I might go do that. I think that would be super cool, and have somebody that's that close. It'd be a lot of fun. Favorite demo of the show? I think we've kind of gone through that. You kind of gave your demo of the show, which is PSVR 2, right? Or did you have a different one in mind?
No, it was definitely PSVR 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Demo of the show for me, it's right there. I'm going to say, because I've already said PlayStation VR 2 is my favorite headset, here's where I'm going to put HTC. The demos that I did at HTC were so much fun, Todd. I really, really had a good time doing them because there was a lot of mixed reality and AR in it.
I didn't get
And
to
I
do
got
those.
this-
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got a chance to do, you guys know how much I love Yuki. I got
Yeah.
a chance to do Yuki AR, which is I put the HTC Elite XR on my head, and I can see pass through, and their pass through is so damn good. And by the way, we were demoing the pass through, and their depth sensor was turned off.
That's true.
They said they could not turn their depth sensor on in this environment. In the retail version that we get in February, it will actually be even better pass through than we saw for the demo. But I was doing Yuki, looking through my own environment, and all of a sudden, like in the wall, a portal would open up and some of the enemies from Yuki would come out. And I looked at my hand and there's Yuki in my hand. I started shooting these enemies and they're coming from all different directions. And these portals would just open up in my own environment. And dude, they looked perfect. They didn't look hollow. They didn't look washed out. They looked super strong. They were clear. They were vibrant. Wes from Virtual Strangers, he got a chance to do the demo. He absolutely loved it too. And I did not play Beat Saber, Wes. I don't know what you're talking about.
He played Fancy Beat Saber. He did. I have footage.
I did not play Fancy Beat Saber. I don't know what you're talking about. That's crazy. That's crazy. You're talking crazy. We have a $2. He does have footage, but not of me playing Fancy Beat Saber. You have lots of footage. We have a $2 super chat from Virtual Steve. Thoughts on the PSVR 2 controller ergonomics? Todd, everybody has been talking about how big these controllers are and that you may have issues. Now, a lot of this demo is something that you do in VR a lot. And if there was an issue with controllers being too big, we would have had issues. And that's shooting a bow. Because you have to like bring both the controllers when you shoot a bow in VR, you have to bring both controllers together to pull the string back on the bow. If there was controller problems of one of the ergonomics being bad and the controllers being too big, we would have had huge issues. Did you have any issues?
None whatsoever. And
I
also
never hit the controllers together, not once.
And I also played it. I've also played Demio in this. I got to play the PSVR 2 in Sweden, and never once did I bang anything going around the map and throwing dice. And
yeah.
I don't know who's saying that they're too big, but they're not too big.
No, there's a lot of people out there that are saying that, like, yeah, they look awfully bulky. They're worried about the way the ring goes, and the ring is funky. Trust me, it's funky. But you know what? I think the Pico one is funky too. But
yeah,
that's
and it works.
Great question, Steve. I think that's a great question because I've heard a lot about that, and I think it was a smart demo because it really dissuaded any of those issues.
It did, right? Because it did the bow and arrow, and in climbing, so your hands are constantly together climbing, and I never banged into myself.
Good point.
No, it was good.
Point. Yeah, I have nothing but awesomeness to say about the controllers and the haptics that were in them. It felt so intuitive, and you got to have a headset on you, right? You don't see the controllers, and this is a brand new controller for all of us. I never had to look, not once. I mean, I was having so much fun in the demo. I never even thought about, I've never had these controllers in my hand before. They just feel intuitive. They feel like a touch controller. The big orb that goes over top of your hands, you don't see it, right? You're in the headset.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool, really.
It doesn't. It's just not even there. Like it wasn't even a thought to me. Like I didn't even think about it at all. I just felt like I was holding touch controllers. It was super intuitive. You're not going to know anything different except for that the haptics are going to be freaking amazing, and the trigger pulls, everything feels good with the controllers. They're amazing. What else are we saying here in chat? I just want to go over some stuff that people are asking questions. Wes talked about that on PSVR without Pro. Okay, was that the size of the controller? I mean, I kind of watched as much as I could of that, but I don't think that Wes had an issue with him either. I don't remember him saying he had an issue. We had some tracking issues, but I think in the end we basically figured that the tracking issues were just an issue of overloading,
signals in the
signals.
Yeah. There was a lot of people having issues.
Yeah, you have hundreds of thousands of people walking around with wireless this and wireless that, wireless microphones, wireless cameras, wireless, that you're throwing into this mix. And there was other issues with other tracking too. So I think in the end it probably was that. And you never had any issues when you're in Sweden with tracking. No. And like I said, I made it through my whole demo with no tracking issues. So Skiba says the PSVR 2 controllers were amazing. They were just so good. I loved them. Let's see. What else? So yeah, I mean I'll say the HTC demo was great. I loved it. I tried one other demo, and that was the one that Todd's talking about. I tried Maestro, but it's different Maestro than you could play now. Like Maestro is a game out there where you can like be a conductor. This is AR Maestro, to where you're looking at your own environment and you're looking through like a draped hole in the wall, like you'd be looking out onto a stage. Or back at your orchestra through like a hole in the wall, and there's like drapes from a stage, and you're kind of looking through your own environment into this environment, and then you start kind of moving to the music and setting up the doing the gestures that you need to conduct, and all of a sudden the pass through completely just melts away, and now you're in VR and you're in the theater completely 360. So then I could turn around, I could see the entire audience, I could see everybody behind me. I was not in AR anymore. It was just like that. It just like went boom, you're in VR. That
What-
was super cool, Todd.
One of the coolest parts of that game, watching it from the outside, was your left hand was using hand tracking and your right hand had a controller in it because you had to hold your baton. You called it a
That's
stick and
killer
got
for
yelled
me.
at.
I did too.
So that was very cool how you could do both. It had hand tracking and controller tracking without bitching and complaining, and it worked flawlessly.
Yep, for sure. It was so good. But that was a good point. You're right. Hand tracking and controller tracking at the same time. You don't see that very often.
No.
Super cool. Gemchick says, Eric, is that a full game on Steam? Because the one on SideQuest is a 30-minute game free, but on Steam there is a price. Is that of
Maestro.
Maestro? I to be honest with you, I don't really know. That was actually the first time I've played it.
It was a PC
Um,
VR game that he was playing.
Yes.
It was hooked up to a laptop.
Yeah, I think if you're looking for the AR, I honestly don't know. I don't know if I don't think the AR version is available for anything right now, except for the HTC Vive. You may see it come for the Pro, I guess, at some point. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
actually
don't know.
ask the devs that.
And the dev was there
Um,
in cosplay. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was so, what was so cool was I actually just by happenstance, I had a meeting with Andromeda the night before. I had to go to dinner, and these two devs from Maestro were actually at the dinner with us, and I was talking to them, and it was amazing. I was like getting to meet them. I had no idea that my demo the next day for HTC was going to be Maestro, so it was just a super cool coincidence, and just another cool thing about CES. You just never know like who you're talking to, and then all of a sudden, yeah, I do this or do that. So it was super cool. But yeah, I'm not sure on that, Gem Chick. I don't know if anybody out there knows about Maestro, and is the Quest version a full experience, or is it just a demo? Is it different than the Steam variant? If somebody could help Gem Chick out with that, we would appreciate it, because I just don't know the answer to that. All right,
Let's
we'll
move
kind of
on.
give all these. Yeah, we'll give all these games away at the end, because I don't want to like stop now in the middle, and we're getting close.
We're
to
getting
the
close
end
to the
anyway.
end here. Yeah.
Yep. Sleeper hit of the show, Todd.
Sleeper hit.
Yeah, something that you didn't think was going to be great that ended up being great, or something that you hadn't heard of, and all of a sudden it's bam, it's there and it's amazing.
That's a tough one, because the next question could have the same
It does
answer.
yeah, it could. Let's put them together. Your sleeper hit or your biggest surprise of the show.
If they're one question, then Pimax Crystal
Mine
was the biggest surprise of the show.
Yep, mine too.
It was unbelievably good. I played two demos. I got to play
Flight Sim?
nope.
No, you did Kayak VR.
I did Kayak VR on Steam,
and
tethered.
Pistol Whip, right?
And I did Pistol Whip not on Steam. Or were they both on Steam? That's a good question. I can't remember. I have to go back to look at my footage. I can't remember, yeah. But regardless, it was freaking awesome. Like, I do have an 8KX. The field of view on that is 204 degrees or something stupid. It is noticeably narrower than what you're used to if you've got a Pimax headset, but the height of the field of view is twice that of the one I have. Like, the lenses are enormous, which makes up for it. And there's no barreling. I didn't see any God rays. I wasn't really in a white menu system. Kayak's got some pretty bright white lights that I didn't notice any God raying. I do notice that on the Pimax 8KX. If it comes out like the way it is gonna blow people away.
Laggy says we missed a question. I want to go back and hit it before we forget. I think Laggy asked, was the grip button clicky or analog? Could you close your hands slow? Are we talking about the PlayStation
VR 2? I think he's talking about, yeah.
It was exactly like a touch controller to me. There was the grip button was not clicky. The trigger button had
it has a couple different steps to it.
Yeah. So the grip button is exactly the same as the touch controller. So you just have the one grip.
Yeah.
The the trigger has adaptive trigger like you would see on a PlayStation 5 controller. So you have different levels of tension on the trigger, which makes it feel different, which is amazing. But I didn't hear any clicking. Like I didn't hear like click, click, click. Now we had headphones on and everything like that, and it was very loud. So I don't know if you're home if you would hear that, but I don't think so, Todd.
I didn't feel a click.
Yeah, and I was
it-
standing right in front of
yeah.
you and Wes when you did your demos, and I didn't hear it either.
No.
But again, it's loud there. So
But yeah.
um,
I'm gonna say no. No clicking.
yeah, no clicking.
And I used it in a quiet space, and I don't recall any clicking. No.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with you and say Pimax was my biggest surprise hit of the show, and I've already done it before, but it was that much better this time than it was last time
Yeah.
because they had the controllers available and the controllers you could use, which
And they
I
work
didn't have
great.
a chance to use the controllers last time. The visuals were better. They've had some things dialed in. The headset itself felt better. It felt like it was put together better. I was very surprised with Pimax, and I think I said this last time. Out of everything that Pimax is doing right now, I believe in the Crystal. I think it's a good headset. I said that before when I came out of VR days. I said I was extremely impressed with the Crystal. The Portal to me is nothing yet. The Portal is still nothing because you can't do anything with it yet. Still, like
It's an Android phone. It's just a big Android tablet for $900 or whatever they're charging for it.
Like-
it's
like, I
it's not
can't-
good.
I can't believe in the Portal until I can actually demo the thing. Like it's still just sitting on a table, and I can get one image. You can go around the menu a little bit. You can play a little bit of a game, but
I have played some games, but they're Android
Yeah,
games.
no.
Like I play the same game
Yeah.
on my phone.
No, that's what I mean. I want to play like a Switch game or
Yeah.
like a Steam Deck game. Like you can operate your phone on this thing, but you're not paying this money to run your phone. Like I want to run Steam on this thing.
You put
I
me
want-
into a VR experience too, like Tilt Brush, that
Mm.
kind of a game. It might even have
Yep.
been Tilt Brush, and it was terrible.
It's terrible. They're not
It's
good.
terrible. Like maybe
Yeah.
a child wouldn't notice the difference, but then it was so bad the kid would puke. Like it was not good.
The whole idea
It
of
needs
taking
work.
this Portal and putting it in the headset, like the Google Cardboard or like the Gear VR. I mean, that's probably better. Yeah, either one of those would work. But
Yeah.
like the Gear VR, it's not a good idea. It just doesn't work. It's just not good. And maybe it will in the end. I don't know. Like, but right now, I can't. I'm not getting behind the Portal until I see more. I want to see real stuff.
Yes.
Now they have some cool shit, right? The way the controllers detach from the Portal,
Super cool.
super cool. They're magnetic. They like detach off, and the way they go into the touch controller, super cool. I mean,
You can
they
even
have-
snap them together and then play it with
Yeah,
a big
that's-
controller. Why
yeah,
doesn't
make
the
a big
Switch do
controller.
that? That would
I
be
know.
that's cool.
They're kicking themselves right now. Like, wow, man, how did we not think of this?
Yeah, right. No, that's part's very cool.
Yeah.
It's just the visuals need a ton of work. And
Yes,
maybe
definitely.
they'll do it. And honestly, I think there's a market for it. If I can sit in my car, run in the back seat with my kids and playing a game, and I can just slap it into a headset and play VR and then take it out and watch Netflix, and I think there's a market for it. But
I
it
just need
has
to
to
see
be
more.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. I need to see more. I need to see better. But the Crystal, I'm on board, man.
Yeah.
I'm on board with the
Big
Crystal.
time.
$1,500 though, Todd. It's expensive, but
Yep.
you have different lenses that are going in this thing.
Different
the-
pixel
the ver-
densities.
Yeah. The field of view, like Todd was saying, the vertical and the horizontal field of view on this thing are amazing, and it's comfortable on the head. The visuals look great.
I played with
Um,
the 45 pixel density lenses in Kayak VR, and your field of view shrinks when you put those lenses
Right.
in, quite a bit, to be honest
but
with
the
you.
pixel density goes up.
But it looked photorealistic. Like Kayak, I've never seen Kayak look that good.
Yeah.
It blew me away.
Yeah, and if they do end up, now they're saying it's definitely going to happen. If they do end up making this a standalone headset in the spring or in the second quarter of 2023, then this becomes a super compelling headset for $1,500 because then it's going to be standalone. And Todd, we didn't even say we're playing this thing wireless now.
Yeah, right.
Wireless, no wires.
Kayak,
PCVR, no wires.
Kayak, I was wired.
Didn't have
Pistol
to be,
Whip,
though.
I wasn't wired.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Which means you don't have to be. They're just
Yeah.
kind of showing it both ways. But
Yeah.
Skiba says the Crystal was better than the Vario Arrow, and I'm gonna have to say,
And that thing's like
I
what,
think it
$5,000?
was. I think it was. Yeah, Vario Arrow is expensive.
It's
man.
crazy expensive.
The visuals. Now Vario's got some different headsets. Now, like the Vario XR3, I think it's called. That thing's crazy. But that thing's
yeah.
like $10,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Arrow is the consumer headset. It is the visuals are either on par or they're maybe a little better than the Arrow. They're damn good, man. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
To me, that would be the Index replacement.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I still want to see more, and we'll get our hands on with this thing. I think we're very soon going to get hands-on demo at our home, at our houses with this thing, and we'll have, a better idea. I'm not saying everybody should go out and pre-order this thing right now, but man, I think it's real good, man.
It's something to keep an eye on.
Real good.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody said give our worst thing at the show. I don't know.
Do I want to throw someone under the bus?
Hey, you're giving your opinion.
Anja, probably.
Yeah, Anja was different, man. I don't know.
Shitty headset, NFT backed. They want you to spend money and give me $2,000 and do something, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
They have so Anja Lens was a company that's making a VR headset, but they're NFT based, and they have a software platform